Oh, the endless woes of like playing video games on the internet. So I was eager to play more of the little stupid randomizer mod, and I was even like I downloaded like an updated version of it because like maybe they updated it to have like more enemies than it did before, because I noticed he had like very few, and so I did. I updated it. I updated like the architect or whatever, and then the Weapon X like mod loader just decided that it doesn't work anymore correctly. Like, it works, but it gives like errors, and it won't like work with specifically the architect like tool, which means that, you know, stuff like the little, I guess, custom levels want to work, and that randomizer, the way that it works, it doesn't work. So until I can fix that, I figured the Pantheon mod still works, and that stream that I did back then of the randomizer, I also like tacked on like doing a little bit of the God Home, but I didn't like do a lot of it. I didn't really like go in depth, and also that was when like my skill level at this game was like lower, so I was still just kind of like sucking and like complaining. And like today I want to like, this is like me redeeming myself for how shit at this game I was when I was playing it the first time, because I was like, I'm not gonna do like, if I do the Pantheons, if I do the Pantheons, it'll be like the very last thing that I do after everything else. But just like doing all these bosses on probably normal, if there is one that I really feel like I can do on Ascended, I might do it. But yeah, just gonna like fight all these, sort of like, I don't know, mess with my muscle memory of like if I remember how to like beat all of these. And that'll be it. And then I don't know, I was like, I've gone through like most of my like resources to fix this. Like, I went through like little forums and shit, and multiple people have this problem with Weapon X, where one day it works perfectly and then the next day it just doesn't work anymore at all. It's really weird. Like, multiple people say like, oh yeah, yesterday worked, and now it like doesn't work with anything. It's exactly what's happening here. Yesterday, all these files worked fine. Today, I updated them. But then I made them all go back to exactly as they were as well. And it just, all the same files. The game didn't get patched. There's like a, what's it called, beta branch of this game right now, but I'm not using that. It's just like, regardless of the patching, regardless of the patch of the game, or the version of Weapon X I was using, just none of it was working. The last thing that I can possibly do is, like, I guess go into like a Hollow Knight modding server and like ask how to fix that, but I really don't want to like join a little server. So if anyone that like stumbles upon this like knows this kind of shit, I guess like leave in the comments like a solution. Probably not. I'm just doing this for fun because I'm still in a silky mood, but you know, I can't actually play the thing that I wanted. Until I can fix it, I'll probably just like play other stuff until then, which is unfortunate because I was really last stream was a hoot. I was like having a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll just like do this. Hello, Ice Ships. Hello, Dr. Dan. What's up? Welcome. It's kind of funny. Yesterday we were talking about the Silksong thing. How oh wait, no, right. Like, we were talking about how it doesn't go through screen transitions, right? Guess what they just patched into the game in like a beta branch. Like, one of the big features of the beta branch of this game right now is that Silksong goes through like screen transitions. So like, you can just kind of, you know, infinitely like go up in like the first room of the game, which is pretty fun. I kind of want to check that out later after like I do all the shit that I want with the boss rush. I'll just like change the branch of the game real quick to like show that off, just for fun, because we were talking about it. But yeah, let's I guess, nope, let's do the first few. The order that this is in is weird. This is also, I think I was playing the other, no, at some point I played one of the like Pantheon mods, but it was like the old version of it that kind of sucked ass. Someone made this like a little bit cleaner version where like the UI is all like clean, like this. This is like, you know, the bestiary menu. It has all these little like neat like little options here. You can change the like nail type, like you can toggle it and stuff. That other one didn't have any of that. This is very fun. I guess I should have like base needle for the like first few bosses. It's at it's right at Widow. Where the fuck is Widow? Widow. Oh wow, yeah, no, this order is all kinds of fucky. I'll just change the nail sort of accordingly, just because like it's really easy, you know, doing the early bosses with the upgraded nail and all that. The curse of the randomizer, the curse of like of the weapon X. Like this is happening to multiple people, and nobody knows how to fix it. Also, I noticed that weapon X itself, like it's actually wait, I want to raise the volume by like 1. The weapon X branch that is, you know, for like Silksong, it's on Thunderstar mods or whatever. It's like a special version of weapon that's like supposed to, you know, work better with like Silksong. People use that for like other little Unity games like fucking Valheim or whatever. That version that's like, oh, Silksong Weapon X 2.4, that version is like, it hasn't been updated in 4 months. And do you want to know what has also like happened in like 4 months ago? That's right, Silksong released 4 months ago. So this fucking shitty little weapon version that's supposed to work with this game hasn't been updated since the first patch of this game. Like it just kind of like by pure, I guess, luck has been working with this game like well enough until now, until it like, you know, has decided to not work anymore. So I'm actually impressed that this little weapon thing hasn't stopped working like before. Like I'm impressed it took this long to not work anymore, because they haven't been fucking patching it. This game has, you know, gotten like a couple little patches, but that hasn't. I guess it hadn't broken yet, and maybe it's not broken right now, it's just some sort of, I don't know, computer-specific problem that occasionally impedes weapon from working. Weapon, what a dumb little name. I have no idea what like could possibly be causing this. No solutions, no little guides on this online at whatsoever. Just kind of like endless pain and like sorrow. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty great. Yeah, my last resource. If it like, I don't know, if I get really antsy about playing more of the randomizer. Why is this thing not dying? If I get really antsy about the randomizer, I'll what's it called? Download. I'll go into like a little fucking stupid server somewhere and like see what I can do. This thing is not dying, I've noticed. Is this feels like it has been going on for a while, hasn't it? Did I bind my nail? I don't remember selecting a nail binding. This is also the same boss rush mod that fucked me over last time. I didn't bind it. Needle. That's supposed to be the thing you use to fight the Moss Mother. Why is it? Who the fuck? Oh, the little thing you can activate. Dickhead, you can activate the curse. I might actually use this. Stop, you fucking cock! You won't do it. You won't select the little. You won't select the little. You won't do it. You won't do it. Okay. I might actually use this to get the fucking cursed Grandmother Silk achievement, because it's really annoying doing the, like, you know, the Grandmother Silk fight while cursed, because the run back to her little arena is like obnoxious. Like I'm solely like against doing it because of the like tedium that is just getting up to her, which is, again, so many things in this game are just like awful to do because of the tedium of like running back to them. Like Grow, I actually can't see him, but like Grow, you know, it's mostly just annoying because there he is, just because you have to run up to his little arena every single time, and it's awful. This thing actually requires like a level 2 nail, or is, you know, ideal for like a level 2 nail. So that, alright? Just do these in order, even though this is not quite the real order of affairs of this game. Oh. This thing really pissed me off. Like, when I was first playing it, it really pissed me off. It was like again, it was early. I think I tried fighting it pretty early in the game. But it is kind of like a really... It is kind of a really basic boss. It just kind of runs forward and then back. It's not a flying enemy. The reason that Moss Mother is kind of shitty, regardless of being, you know, literally the first boss in the game, is that it's a flying enemy, and you know, as we've established, every single flying enemy in this godforsaken game is like terrible. But this thing, it doesn't fly, it just kind of sits there a little bit. It's not too bad. Do I not have the like super hunter crest? I do. Weird, I really don't remember like Moss Mother taking that many hits as it did when I was like fighting it just now. That's crazy. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Something about like the modding situation. Modding situation is crazy. I can only hope that like enough people like get annoyed by it. It's like this affects enough people in the world that like, you know, the heads behind the modding scene sort of like take action to this. Like if enough people are like, oh, Pepinex isn't working anymore, if enough people do that, you know, they kind of have to go and fix it, right? That's like, logic would dictate that. So I hope that's soon, because again, I was having fun of the randomizer, and the updated version of the randomizer had some really fun features, like you could turn on, oh good, you could turn on, oh yeah, I didn't do Mother 2, I don't really care. You could like make it so there's a chance for enemies to get voided even before Act 3. So I was gonna have it like 0.1% chance of enemies becoming void, and it would be really annoying and awful. Like it's just, you know, like to add extra funny, like there's just a small chance that one really annoying enemy that I face will be black threaded. Or you could also make it so there's a small chance that a random enemy will be lifeblood healing, like they will be plasmium, and that also seemed quite funny. And he also seemed to have, you know, just more enemies in that, because as I was noticing, very like a large amount of bosses like cogwork dancers and like stuff wasn't showing up in the randomizer when I was playing it, which it was fine there, you know, it was fine for like a little bit, like not having the variety, but I was already starting to feel a little exhausted by seeing the same things a little bit last time. So updating it to have like a lot more shit would be good. Fuck you, I love the Treadstorm so much. I forget that it's from what's it called? It's from Hollow Knight. Like Hornet did Treadstorm in her little boss fight in that game. I completely forgot. Completely. Oh. Look at this. First time I was fighting this thing, I was, you know, having an aneurysm. And here I am now, able to like speak and fight the Savage Beastfly at once. That's pretty cool. Again, sort of my like greatest feat in this game so far has been defeating Lost Lace with the Hunter Crest without, you know, using the Wanderer Crest to like cheese it and like do it easy. That was pretty cool. Ashamed to say you cheese Skull Tyrant. Found it hard, didn't want to do it as intended. You can cheese it. I guess it's arena in like the fight. You can kind of, oh, I didn't upgrade my nail. Oops. I guess in the arena that it's in, you can kind of like, you can, what's it called? Lure it and like just kind of keep hitting it from below, cheesily. I think I know what you're talking about. No shame in that. One must use the tools that's given to them. I feel like, again, like I wouldn't consider anything cheating unless like you actually go and like get the cheat engine for the game, and like, wow, you get the cheat engine for the game and like, you know, win by like doing 100% infinite health mod cheat. Although I'm pretty sure I'm certain that I've like cheated at games like that before in the past. Truly, if it's not a, this is a good rule for like the whole world forever. If it's a single player game, cheating does not fucking matter whatsoever. You can play a game whatever fucking way you want. Like cheating does not like make you less of like a gamer. Oh good. Unless you're playing it online, because then you ruin the fun for people online. Like you're giving yourself like an advantage over other people online, which is shitty. And I don't even play online games. It's just kind of, I don't know, there should be like a code of honor about that kind of thing. But people do it anyway because winning is everything. But yeah, doing fucking cheating at like a single player game so you can just like get to the more fun part, like skip the bad parts and go to the fun parts of whatever game you want. That's like, you can do that. These fucking things. Ow. That dice. Ow. That dice is real good. Ow. Ow. I didn't upgrade my nail, you know that? That's bad. Little fuck. What hit me? Oh, right. Those linger. Those shitty little fireballs linger, which is, like, fantastic. Let me just, like... Savage Beastfly 2. That would be... Nail 3, I guess. The Shiny. Oh my god, the Shiny. Like... The Moopy. Wow. Alright. This thing is... Oh, this thing is fucking annoying. Like, truly. Again, flying enemy. It's like... This is everyone's awakening to the fact that the flying enemy AI in this game is, like, abominable. Also, you know, the little combat arenas are pretty good at showcasing how bad the flying enemy AI is. AI. I was looking through YouTube, like, you know, like Silksong modding, Bepinex, bullshit, Architect mod, and stuff like that, like recent uploads, and all of them were just like people playing the game with the mods on. It was just like people doing little actual modded stuff. None of it, like none of it seemed wrong. Like none of it seemed like bug, or, like none of it was about like fixing errors or there being errors in the first place. Which, again, it's like a thing that seems to affect a couple people occasionally, and it's not like... Some people said they fixed it by just restarting their computer or, like, restarting Steam. So, like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong. Like, if a problem is that, like, prevalent, but also some people can just fix it by restarting, I don't know what that is. That scares me. But I guess maybe, by that logic, maybe tomorrow Beppen will just be like working correctly again. I'll just be able to like play the randomizer. That'd be cool. If not, then again, I don't really quite know what to do. If anyone has like connections with like mod makers, hit me up. Call me on this web zone. Cunt. Little fucking ads. That's exactly what the Savage Beastfly fight needed. Ads. Look at that. Again, perfect dodges. Like, perfect little... Yeah, perfect little movements. And, like, perfectly, like, predicting where you're gonna be. Who would design a video game like this? Did you see that? Like, you can't get near the little buzzing thing. Like, you can't get near the little flying enemy. You need... Like, I guess you need to just, like, use the claw line and shit, which I forgot I had, I won't lie. Like, it's so annoying. It's a whole game of just this. Like, imagine this that's happening here for an entire video game. It's actually kind of funny. I saw in the little discussion threads for this game on Steam, because I left one, like, saying, like, does anyone know how to fucking fix Beppen? No. The top thing on the little discussion threads was like, let's face it, Silksong is... There was one that's like, face it, Silksong is bad, which I imagine is a joke thread. But then the second thread is like, Silksong is too hard, and here's why it's a problem, or some shit. Which, it's really, you know, it's really funny. I'm not gonna click on that thread. That's like the same as, you know, looking at like a comment section. There's just gonna be fucking brain dead people in there, and it's just gonna like make me angry. But I thought it was funny that those are the first, like the first two things that you're mad when you open the little discussion threads. Because it's true, this game is fucking like abhorrent. The difficulty is just like terrible. It's just kind of humorous. Okay, I did a short one. I think I was like matching it too much before. I don't have the long thing on, do I? Fuck you. Ow. It's so insane that an enemy in this game... that an enemy in this game that's kind of like, you know, a Gruz modder type is so infamous in the little fandom. Like, the Savage Beastfly is just a bigger version of a different enemy in this game, like a small enemy. and yet it's so like infamous of fans because it's such a dog shit fight. Like, I saw people say this is like if Vengefly King was like one of the hardest fights in the first Hollow Knight. Like, that's insane. It's just a shitty little like bigified version of another enemy. Like, that makes no sense for it to be such a like insane fight. Do this, I forget. Make it 1. Nope. 1. I wish you could just go to the sides. 1. There we go. This is a very good opportunity to, for the first time ever on stream, actually fight the Bell Beast the right way. I had no idea how to fight this thing. Like, for the longest time, I was saying this, like, there is audio cues that you're supposed to pay attention in this that I just did not pick up on at all. Let me just take a drink. I think I usually drink water like an asshole. I found this new like drinking method that's not as painful, and it's just to like, it's simply not like turning the, yeah, there we go. It's simply like not turning the entire bottle like up, like, you know, it's not like, it's like doing like bottoms up. Like, I don't need to lift it all the way up and like gulp really hard, because that like gets air in my like throat and like makes me like hiccup and burp, and it's not good. But yeah, this is the cue that I, for the longest time, just had no fucking idea existed. When it goes, that's when it's gonna jump. If there is no sound, it's just gonna like go up. This one, I don't know really. Are you meant to be able to like hit it more than once when it's throwing the bells? I don't really know about that. But at least now I know how to not, like, the reason I got like damaged by this boss so often is just because I didn't know when it was gonna do the jump and when it was gonna just like get up and dash forward, which like that's a really important part of this boss fight. Like, that means that the very first boss in this game, this thing is the first like real boss, you know, besides the Moss Mother. The first boss ever of the game didn't teach me the mechanics of fighting it correctly. That's a really bad sign for like what's to come. Like, the very first important enemy here, and I already didn't really know what to do. They sure take a lot of damage. Maybe my nail, maybe these bosses' health maybe their health is scaling because, you know, of the like Pantheon mod, and making my needle really weak is actually like not necessary, because these things seem to be taking like a lot of damage, like a lot of extra damage than usually I think they would take. I think, I don't know, this fight, like, it's pretty short because it's, you know, the start of the game, and you don't really have many like tools or like powers at this point, so like it's really simple on purpose. But here it's yeah, by this point this thing should already be like doing the like scream attack and all that. Oops. Pretty whoa, pretty honestly, I was really I was wondering what they would do for the like Bell Station in this game, or, you know, the fast travel station, because you know, in the first Hollow Knight, the Stagway, or the last stag, or the old stag, like the little like riding friend that you have in that game to like go places. That's a really like beautiful little like character arc in that game, where like he thinks that he's the very last and he's like old, but then you find out that there's one more of him in the world, which is, you know, peaceful and like hopeful. I was wondering how they would like, if they would even attempt to like sort of do something similar with the new like fast travel creature, because, you know, the Bell Beast always seemed like just a mindless creature, but they actually managed to do like a cute little plot line with this thing too, which is that it cares for its little children. It's not, you know, as developed as the old stag, but it's still cute. Very good. Why are these chuckle fucks here? This makes literally no sense. Before the fourth chorus, makes no, there's no, like, there. Why are you here? What? Why is this guy and this like thing here? That makes no sense. Okay. Actually, I'll like pivot. I'll start doing the general vague order that these bosses are fought in the game, because I don't want to fucking fight Cygnus and Grom right now. Gron. Those bosses suck. That's one of the lamest bosses in the game. I guess I'll just have the Pale Steel Needle on, because it's taking... These bosses are taking too long with the, like, not even weakened nail. It's supposed to be the balanced nail. Like, it's supposed to be the nail you're using when you're fighting these. I don't know what's up. I think this is gonna be really easy, because the 4th chorus is like a baby. New drinking method discovered in new Earth patch. It's just like it's a new ability discovered. It's just the don't be stupid ability. Yeah, this is really pathetic, because little thing about the 4th chorus is that it's a target at all times, which means you can just keep staggering it like this, which is really, really sad. But it's not, you know what? The 4th chorus fight is really not as, like, engaging as you would think. The fuck? Like, this thing looks really, really cool, but it's actually a really boring fight. Like, mechanically, like, it doesn't do a lot. It doesn't do a lot. Bosses that are a constant hitbox like that, they have no means of sort of, like, protecting themselves. I will admit that's kind of a little too easy. Like, Grandmother Silk is also, like, a constant target, you know, you can always hit her. But she dodges out of your way and, like, does shit to stop you. The 4th chorus does nothing to stop you, and it's just, like, sad. But yeah, there lies the 4th chorus. Let's do this cunt. Hoping Cherry will lose some sleep and skip breakfast after those threads? Probably not. They don't seem like the type to care. At least they do to some extent care about, like, user experience. Because, you know, they patched this game, like, they patched the game to make this thing, this Moorwing, not as, like, awful of a fight. Like, they made it not deal double damage as often and, I don't know, some other stuff. And, you know, to some very, very mild extent, they did sort of try and, you know, babyfy this game to not be as, like, awful. But I feel like the damage has already been done of, like, the public perception of this game being like a cock cake. Like, it's too late. Nothing to do but move on. I can only hope that the little DLC is gonna be, like at least pleasant to my current skill level. Because, you know, the DLC is definitely made for people that have now beat the game. So, that's me. I beat the game. Not only that, I beat the game and I'm now playing, like, the game modded, which is, you know, extra training technically. So the DLC should be okay. You know, at bare minimum, it should be okay, is what I'm trying to say. Wow. This is one of the... Wow. This is kind of your introduction to, like, really contrived attacks in this game. Like, it's pretty, you know, making video game bosses, especially that 2D game, I feel like eventually you're just kind of gonna run out of, like, ideas for little bullet patterns and, like, attack patterns. And this boss is, like, a perfect fucking, like, display of that. Like, this one attack where it shoots one little saw, and then the other saw does a loop around. Like, what the fuck is that? That's not a normal video game attack. Also, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that this thing is shooting its feet at you. But, like, it's sort of the first time in this game that you see a really stupid little bullet pattern that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's that looping around buzzsaw. And then, you know, then they move on to, like, more bullshit like that later on. The conch flies come to mind as, like, annoying and contrived attacks. Okay. I think that the DLC news will be in April. We're in February, right? I think in March there's a new Ratatan update, so I'm looking forward to that. Or maybe it isn't March, maybe it is, like, later. Wow, why the fuck are you here? None of this makes any sense. This thing looks like Jaden Animations. Who's next after the Moor? I guess it's Widow, right? Yeah, it's Widow. Widow. Right here. I actually like her fight well enough. It's, like, pretty doable. 20,000 years in development, by the way. Oh yeah, I don't have to do that. Yeah, truly, like, truly this game's, like, development time is, like, they were, like, sucking their thumb for some of it, like, guaranteed. because this like you know, they were sucking their thumb. Also, the longer you spend making a game, the more time you have to just kind of like play test it without like, you know, play test it yourself with like an insane bias of being the developer and like being really good at your own game, which is definitely what happened to this game. It's just like there was too much playtesting done by people who aren't morons. Like, again, you know, looking at playtesting, like hearing like playtesting stories will make you like hate like gamers like more than anything. But you really do need like the most like mouth-drooling fucking like needs yellow paint, no brain cells like gamers ever to play your game a little bit, to just reconsider certain stuff about it and not make it really annoying to everyone else. You don't, you know, you don't need to add all the yellow paint, and you don't need to make it super brain dead like the playtester would actually like you to do it. But to some extent, you need some like context on like what the fuck we're doing here with certain stuff in your game, you know? And none of that happened to this game. I can guarantee it. There was like no playtesting done by like people that weren't already really good at it. And they were like bragging before this game came out too that like oh yeah, barely like just like 2 people have beaten Silksong so far. Like, you know, I guess non-developers, like only like 1 person has beaten the game so far. How hard it is. Like, taking pride in, like, you know, beating, like, hard shit. I can understand that as, like, a community, as, like, you know, just people playing the games. Like, oh, I beat the, like, super ultra, like, cock radiance. I'm a gamer. But saying, like, oh, yeah, our game is, like, impossible to beat. As a developer, that's no good. Like, I don't think you should be bragging as a developer that your game is, like, so unpleasant that like nobody is like even able to beat it. I don't think that's a brag. Weird brag. Who's after the Widow? I guess Sister Splinter is before Widow, but I forgot about that, so let's do it now. You need 1 person who doesn't play video games to play your video game. Yeah. That is this Seth? Oh no, it just looks that way. I never realized that. Sister Splinter's arena looks a whole lot like Seth's arena. How interesting. What was I gonna say? That thing you sent about the person complaining about the quality of life in eugenics, and the people like in the little like fucking like quote tweet all being like ugh, or no, it was like a post from Reddit and someone tweeted the screenshot and said like wow, gamers really don't even. Like, gamers really just want to, like, skip, like, the part where you play the game and, like, not play the game. When all that the person was saying is that, like, the cat breeding mechanics were, like, really, like, overly, like, random and, like, convoluted. And, like, it takes too long to start getting, like, the progression going in eugenics. And of course, you know, the fucking, like, try-hard assholes who, like, play the game a little bit too much are, like, these people don't know what they're talking about. They don't want to like go through the hardships that we went through playing the game, which is like a very cockish mindset, and nobody really likes you. But you know, that happens with like any fucking game that isn't just like Peppa Pig's like big break. Like anything that isn't fucking like Paw Patrol goes to London. It's like any game that shows like a modicum of like difficulty, even if it's like good difficulty, you know, people will just be like penises about it, always. Fuck you, little thing. The hell? Speaking of like, you know, Sister Splinter is like on screen right now. There's like a tweet of like people like doing a fight. Like they recorded doing a fight against Sister Splinter, and tweeted something like how the hell did people like ask this boss to be nerfed? How the hell did people like beg and like shit for the developers to change this boss? It's so easy. And you know, Grateful Dead like responded to it with like, oh yeah, of course. Why didn't the people like playing the game for the first time just learn to win? Why didn't they just do that? And that's exactly like, that's literally what is being said there, just with like minced words. It's like, why didn't the people playing for the first time just win? I think this is Last Judge, right? After Sister Splinter? I believe so. Well, I like this boss in a sort of, I don't know, not too loving way. I thought it was very bearable when I was first playing the game. I heard like terrible things about the fourth chorus before fighting it. I heard a person say that they felt less in control fighting the last judge than when they were fighting Nightmare King Grim in Hollow Knight, which is insane. I don't think that's real. Then, you know, I actually fought this boss in my first playthrough, and I was like, this is not that bad. Like, its patterns are very mechanical and predictable, and it's a really big target, so, like, hitting it isn't really that painful. I think it's, like, balanced. Wow. I think it's balanced okay for the part of the game that... Wow. For the part of the game that you, like, do it in. You know, for the skill level that you have up to this point in the game, I think that this boss is, like, serviceable. Even if I'm not, like, super, like, in love with the fight design. Very few fights in this game I'm, like, super in love with. The cogwork dancers are sort of the one fight in this game that I really can say, like, oh yeah, this just absolutely rocks. Like, that is the best fight in this whole game. Because it's like, it's an entire fight of just telegraphing. Like, that entire fight is pure, like, moves being telegraphed to you. Which, that was actually a big problem with this game. I felt like there wasn't enough telegraphing with a lot of stuff. Like, this thing is telegraphing these attacks pretty well, but... Stuff like, you know, Lost Lace, her attacks come out essentially frame 1, and you just gotta kind of be ready for it. There is no, like, predicting... You know, like, when she's gonna do an attack, you just kind of gotta be on top of it. And that doesn't feel good to fight in a video game. It might be, like, it might be, you know, impressive in challenge, but it's not very fun. Wow, you dick. I do also like the design of the last judge. You might notice I probably said a couple times fourth chorus instead of last judge. It's just the, you know, naming scheme is really similar. I like this thing's design and the sort of, like, story purpose that it serves. It's kind of cool. It's like an ultimate squib or whatever. What are they called? Oh, this pauses the game. It's like a judge, right? They're just called judges. This is the ultimate judge, which is fun. Hello, Lou. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Where is my bestiary? I don't have it. I guess I don't have it. Weird. Okay. Because I never talked to a Nu, I guess? That's strange. Okay, fourth chorus. Wow. These two. These rock. In fact... Okay. Make it... This one. Actually, you're not even... No, you are supposed to have the shining. Or the sharpened. So, yeah, this is the best boss in the game. The clever dancers are, like, good as well, just because they're just more of this. But this is the best song, best fight in the game, and best song in the game, maybe. This is a really cool song, a really cool fight, a really cool aesthetic for a fight, a really cool little inner story through the battle. You know, the little sort of progression between the two cogwork dancers. It's just like the execution on this is like, it's truly like to match the sheer coolness of the Mantis Lords in Hollow Knight. Like, this is the clearest analog of the Mantis tribe in this game, and, like, it's executed just as well. This is a truly amazing battle. Their design looks fairly cool, although I wish that they weren't, like, a fucking Robotnik, like, robot. Like, I wish the cogwork dancers were, like, fully automatons and not people possessing a robot. You know, this is, like, the boyfriend of the Green Prince possessing two robots. I really didn't like that angle of the story at all, like, even a little bit. I hate, I said this before, but I hate when it turns out that, like, a robot character in something was secretly a human all along. Like, they do it in Bomber Cyberpunk, I hate it. They do it in Bardo, and I kind of don't like it. I feel like it sort of mildly cheapens GLaDOS, like, as a character. They do it in this, and I really don't like it. But... like, in a void, like, this little moment is, like, true perfection. Like, the closest this game gets to perfection, I feel, even. Like, I just... The reason that I hate them being, like, human so much is that I love the mystery of, like, why are these two robots in love? Were they programmed to be in love and they don't actually really care about each other? They're just made to be like that? Or are they robots that were just made to work together and to some like fucked up like, you know, Gamma from Sonic Adventure shit, they eventually learn to love each other because they spent so long together. It like, it makes you, you know, it makes you wonder like what is making this artificial being have like a non-artificial sort of like aspect to it. Like, how did it learn to love? If it's just a human or, you know, a bug in a machine, it's like, okay, this is a robot of like a little lover, and like it's just remembering that it used to love another like dude, and that's why it's like two little loving robots. That's nowhere near as interesting as like the mystery of like the mind in the machine, I think, is like the little name of the trope or whatever. It's good. I just want to hear the music. Ow. They also have a lot of health, huh? Like in this setup that I got going. I don't know what's up with that. I gotta know, maybe it's the mod? Oops. Oh. Oh, wow. You can do shit like that in this fight. It's so good. Again, all of their attacks are like accentuated by a little arrow that tells you exactly where they're going. It really makes this feel like a dance. Like you know exactly where they're gonna be in their next movement. You just gotta act accordingly, and like it makes for some like goofy little dodging bits like that just now, where like I went right in between of them, because like, yeah, you can do that. That's not in their little like flight trajectory. And it's also, you know, really fun like sort of visual aspect, because they're robots. That's why they work on a little pre-made trail. Like, they always follow the little line perfectly. They're like automatons, they're just machines. It serves well for, you know, telegraphing in the fight. It's cool for like what they are, which is robots. And yeah, it's just really cool. And then, you know, in the third phase also, the way that they get unsynced, but only because the little cogs in the background, if you actually pay attention to these cogs in the background winding them up, in this like last round, they kind of enter the little stations like unevenly. Like the other times they're all doing it in perfect sync, but in this last round they just kind of by accident enter the little chamber like independent of each other. Like by a millisecond they're sort of like not synced, and because of that the two like machines are winding them up wrong, or like, you know, not in the like perfect cycle that they were in before. So that's what makes this last phase really difficult, is that they're now completely off sync, not out of their own fault, but because of the little mechanism that like compels them. It's just so cool. Like, it literally, probably someone's already done it, like the perfection of the cogwork dancers, but like I could make a little video about why this fight is just so damn cool. It's funny, even who is it that like Britoid that like reviews games? Is it even a Britoid? Is it Yahtzee? It was some little like popular like internet reviewer. They were like doing a little review on Silksong, and like even like they said, like even they gave a little spotlight to this fight and how cool it was. They were like saying, like they were saying the same thing as me, as like how cool it is, the mystery of like why do these robots like even care about each other or whatever. And but it's funny, that person's review ended with them saying like and then it was at the moment that I reached like the Lace 2 fight that I just gave up on the game, because it's because of like the elevator cutscene that like has to play before you can fight Lace 2, you know that? The guy was saying that like because of that insufferable cutscene, every single time he wanted to attempt, he just entirely gave up on the game and would never come back to it. Which is really, really funny that like a big, I don't know, I feel like it's a big figure in like online like little reviews. A person that's, you know, kind of big in the scene called out this game for being just insufferable. Also, yeah, the final phase of this is really cool, where like only one remains and it's really sad. Very cool. Generally makes you feel bad the first time you're playing the game. It's pretty good. Let me put Yeah, I'm not gonna downgrade my nail ever again. It's just taking too long. Who's after these cunts? I guess it can be... Oh, I didn't do the Great Conch Fly, which is... Hello? What? Oh. The Great Conch Fly is right before the last judge. I kinda forgot. Because it's not a very memorable boss. Wait, is this the 2? Or the 1? Oh, it's the 2, okay. How do I fight the 1 then? It's the Raging, right? Okay. After the Cogworks is Trobio? I guess so, yeah. I'll try to remember that. Remember. Please, remember. These things are not, like... These things are not that annoying, except for that... Whoa. Except for that speeding the conch attack. That's really annoying. The little bouncing, like, ricocheting projectile. You know, it's the little power-up that you can buy in this game, or find the little, like, shooting conch. But when this boss does it, and when any of the Drisnits do it, it's just really annoying. It's like Primal Aspid territory. Like, just kind of an enemy pattern that you probably shouldn't do in your game. Because it's insufferable to do. It's insufferable to react to. These two things aren't that annoying. It's the alone Conchfly that's really obnoxious. Wow. Did they patch it so that these drills don't deal double damage to you? Because I know in the Raging Conchfly, if the drill hits you, it drills through you and deals double damage. But here it's only dealing 1. It just breaks. I wonder if that's new. It's funny how the further I got into the game, the more obtuse the description for bosses, mini bosses get. Huh? Oh, you're talking about Mugenics. I thought you were talking about a Hornet. That's pretty shitty in a game that's like made... You know, the whole fucking design of that game is to just read what the enemy's gonna do and then react to it. They patched it? People can be sensitive, but it ain't that hard? What, the drilling from the Great Conchflies? I don't actually know if it was or not. I don't remember enough about this, like, kind of boring boss to remember, but the Raging Conchfly, when it hits you with the drill, it, like, deals double. These seem to not. Is this a broken graphic? Am I actually gonna fight the second? No, this is the first. Where is the Raging one? It was? I would not notice. I would not have noticed. I'm turning the fan to me. Getting a bit... Oh? What? Huh? What was that? I didn't quit the fucking game. Eh. It's been a colder day than usual. They probably were tired? Who? The gamers? Or the developers? What was I? Oh yeah, I wanted to see... Oh, there it is. It was broken. Weird. Yeah. Great Conchfly 2, which is the Raging Conchfly. It's another installment in Team Cherry's, like, fetish for, like, having two of a little thing, having a couple of something, and then one of them gets, like, killed by you. Or, like, you know, just otherwise, like... No, yeah, killed by you. And then either, you know, they get angry or they get sad, like the fourth chorus. Cogwork Dancer, same shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, this attack, that thing. I guess it's like a way bigger shell in this fight than in the first fight. That's why it deals double. Oh, good. Did I do this on Ascended by accident? Why is it dealing so much damage? I don't quite understand. But yeah, I really don't like this thing. I mostly don't like this thing because the run back is annoying, you know. There's so many things in this game. But the run back to the Raging Conchfly is like annoying as shit. Same for like... The reason the Watcher at the Edge is such a dog shit fight is because like you gotta like go across half a fucking world to get an attempt at fighting it. If this game had the Dream Gate from Hollow Knight, you know, this game has the Beastling Call, but it doesn't have the little like waypoints thing that you can do in Hollow Knight. I think I am fighting this in Ascended. without that feature, it's just annoying. Like, the Watcher at the Edge isn't that awful of a fight. When I was training that fight using the Pantheon mod, it was really not, like, too bad once I, like, kind of found out what to do. But when I was, like, first playing the game, it was, like, so annoying that I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have to, like, cheese this fight, like, really hard. Trobio, I guess. This thing, it really pissed me off when I was doing the Steel Soul. Enjoy hot dog. Enjoy your hot dog, Dr. Dan. Ow! Double damage, really? Am I doing something wrong? Did I bind something? Also, can I get any, like, I don't know, solace in this? Like, is this even remotely real? At some point, like, Greyfruit was streaming something random, and he said, like, oh, have you guys seen there's a like, or no, I think in his chat said, Greyfruit, have you seen that there is a like, Pantheon Godseeker, like, mod in Silksong that someone made? And his response was like, yeah, it's like, or he said something like, that mod, it has like a really cool thing where when you fight a boss, the Godseeker will be in the background, like, chained up. Or like, he was saying, when you fight the Widow, the Godseeker will be in the background, like, tied up in web. But that's not a thing. Like, that's not a thing in any of these mods. Like, not on this Pantheon of Pharloom mod, not on the other boss rush mod that existed. That's never been a thing. The Godseeker has never been included in any of these. What the fuck did he see? Like, what did Greyfruit see that's like, that has the Godseeker in the background? That's not real. I commented, like, asking what he was talking about, but I never got a response. Why am I, like, why does every single thing Trobio does, like, hurting me by a lot? What is, like, what is that? Maybe a different mod? I couldn't find anything. I, like, searched for, like, multiple, like, boss rush mods, and I never could find it. Never could find the, like, one that had the Godseeker in it. That would be, although that would be a really cool thing. Like, if one of these mods actually has the Godseeker in the background. Because, you know, if this game has, like, an official boss rush mode, it's not gonna have the Godseeker in it. She's dead. She's, like, super dead. But her being in the little background and, like, interacting with this world would be fun. Like, you know, like, again, she's, like, tied up in web in the Widow fight. Because Haunted Bellheart is, you know, full of web. That'd be cool. I really didn't get, the first time I was playing, that the haunting in Bellheart is, like, caused by Widow. It's like she amplifies the haunting from Grandma into, like, the little citizens of Bellheart. So, like, she's sort of, she's, like, making a little mini haunting of her own, but only in Bellheart, which is really strange. I didn't get that at all when I was, like, first playing the game. I was just like, oh, this particular area has really strong haunting because, like, Widow is here, I guess. Stupid fuck. Oh yeah. Something, like, kind of annoying about this fight. It's, you know, he's a small target. He's more of a... Oh, good. He's more of a lace than, you know, another type of boss. So he's like a tiny little mosquito that you gotta hit. Like a very small, annoying target that's hard to, like, you know, get to. Ow. Why am I taking so much damage? What's happening? Hello, Sadie. What's up? Welcome to the stream. How's it doing? He may have dreamt the Widow thing, maybe. Why is every single thing he's doing dealing 2 damage to me? Is that just the design of that fight? Really? Huh. There was a new... Oh, wait. Not new. There was, like, a charm that I sort of learned to, like... Oh, no, it wasn't Steel Soul. Never mind. I was gonna say, the little, like, the little shell satchel in Steel Soul is way better than whatever the fuck this is. But I don't have it because it's not Steel Soul. Oh yeah, also I saw the... I saw the thing you two were talking about, the fucking AI, like, Pizza Tower, like, clone. That looked pretty bad. I saw it on, like, VC with Puku. And yeah, it was like atrocious. It was abominable, really bad. No, like, you know, no need to reiterate on that. It's like no kidding, it's bad. But thank you for making me aware of it. I guess it was worth like a small giggle, I suppose. Pretty fucking bad. I didn't even like really like notice until like someone in the comments had said it. That's AI pixel art. AI can do pixel art, and like that's why it looks so like repulsively like shit. That's insane. Did they like? Does that mean that they didn't even design their little dumb ugly main character? Like, is the main character of that literally just like an AI generated like picture that they made, and they were just like, oh yeah, this is a good design. I don't know where that, like, what that game's like intentions are really. Like, is it sort of like an ironic, like, they know that people aren't gonna like it because it's like such a shitty copy, but they expect that the bad PR will like give them, you know, money and shit? Is that what they're trying to do? Are they trying to like capitalize on Toon Souls, Enchanted Portals kind of like stuff? Because that's really strange to do that. Like, I don't think Enchanted Portals was trying to be abysmal dog shit. It just kind of happened to be abysmal dog shit. What's why does this feel so aggressive? Why does this fight feel so insane? It's Rubber Hole's Rampage of Pizza Tower. Now it makes sense what you said last time, that it's like Rubber Hole's Rampage-esque. Pretty bad. That's like a new... That's the new... that's gonna... this is my little prediction. This is gonna be the new, like, Goat Simulator clone. Like, remember when everything in, like, the 2010s was, like, ragdoll physics, like, funny, like, meme games? Like, you know, like, Goat Simulator, like, Surgeon Simulator, I Am Bread, things like that. The shitty, like, Toon Souls type, or, like, the shitty, like, Cuphead, or, like, just indie game, like, copy is gonna be, like, the next thing. Is this really, like, as much, like, how much damage this fucking guy deals? Every single move deals double damage. Like, this is a joke. Like, this is what you, like, joke Silksong is like, you know? You say, like, oh yeah, everything in Silksong is double damage. It's like, it's just how it is. It's not. Like, not in this part of the game, at least. Why is this, like, insane? Is it just the mere debuff of, like, being talking? This thing is annoying. Jesus. Ote. It's also, you know, playing the randomizer is a lot easier to talk over because I'm not actually, you know, fighting bosses. I'm just kind of traversing around the mayhem. This is a lot less ideal for streaming. Really unfortunate. Dick? His bombs attack has been fucking me up, which I feel like didn't used to happen. Did they fucking change his bombs attack? They patch it? Live patch? Patch live on stream? On stream? Oh. I remember really hating Trobio 2 when I was first playing the game. Like, on stream. Yeah, I really hate it. This reminds me of another song. I don't remember where, like, what it's from though. Which is really, I know, great anecdote. This reminds me of something. What is it? Don't remember. Wow. Wow. Hello, every little. Okay, Osaka's dad, or whatever. Chio's dad. Is it Chio or is it Osaka? I don't remember. Nah, he says, hello, every nyan. Wow! Oh yeah, I had like a cool, like, this is a tweet thought, but and no less, I tweeted it, but I had forgotten this. Like, I thought about this like a while ago, but like, Toby Fox is such a fucking weeb that he even like added completely pointless, means nothing Christian imagery to his video game. Like, Deltarune has like fucking Jesus like Christian themes, but like it serves like no purpose. It's merely like an aesthetic level, and that's exactly what, like, you know, they do in Evangelion. Like, why are there like crosses when the third impact is happening? It's just cool, says the creator. And also, like, when we were watching Jaspion, there's a lot of crucifixion in that little Sentai show, and like just sort of like the whole story, like they gotta get the Galactic Bible, and like Jaspion is like a warrior sent from God to defeat Satan ghosts. And again, it like there's no reason for that. It's like Japanese people just think that like Christian broadcasts, they think that Christian imagery is just really cool. So like that's why they put it in. That's like crazy. Like Toby Fox is so like aggressively like wants to be a Japanese person that he even makes like pointless Christian imagery. That's crazy. He will never be a real Japanese. Edwin McMillan, if he was Japanese, the games are the exact same because they're all about fucking Christianity. So that little thing was like traumatized for life by Christianity, which I don't entirely blame him, but like grow up eventually. Every single game like gets biblical eventually, even Mugenics at the very end. Yeah, the devs of Power World also did a shitty Hollow Knight clone. I saw that. Pretty bad. I have him ascended. No, I don't. He's attuned. Yeah, look at that. The fuck did I do? Did I put on the bar bracelet? No, it would look different. What is happening? Is it broken? Anyway, we beat him. Edmund McMillan, if he was black or Chinese. I vaguely remember like what you're referencing, and I would like you to stop. Who's after the Trobio? The Trobio, that's what they call him. This thing sucks. I'm not looking forward to that. Not Seth, not the fat. Remember that Habababa, the dog of wisdom? Let's do Phantom. All my games are BB Lico. BB Lico? Oh shit. Wait. Oh yeah. I can't fucking believe. Are you dealing 4 damage, little thing? What the fuck? No. 2. What's happening? Why is it like that? That's the... No. This is wrong. Normal attacks are dealing 2 damage. Strong attacks are dealing 4. Like, what? I didn't do that. I don't have it on Ascended. The fuck? No. My craw is like calling out for me. Not bound, not binded. Unbind it, dick. Unbind it. Unbind it. Unbind it now. Now. Unbind it. Unbind it. Unbind it. What? It won't unbind. It won't. It won't do it. I have 4 health now. What's up with that? Unfucking bind it, you monkey. I can't. I cannot. Yep, no button unbinds it. Okay, let's close the game. After all, this mod doesn't save your progress. As I was saying before, this is the same mod that fucked me over before, because when the Pantheon mod is turned on, you cannot save the game. It's like hard, like turned off. So, you know, the first stream that I was doing the randomizer, I had it on by accident. So like my progress didn't count and I wanted to shit. PP or BB? New Kiki Booba? PP or BB? Like the fucking game? PP BBs or whatever? Why is Hornet? Oh, right, because this is her house. Okay, don't do that again. Let's not do that again. Now, I'll do Garmund after this. Where is the dickhead that I was gonna fight? He was a Phantom. Hey girl, I mean, they. You're definitely PP. Puku is? No, Puku is a BB. Definitely a BB. I'm a PP just for the measure. PP is the Kiki And oh, there it is. Yeah, it was just bugged. It was just bugged to always be ascended. PP is the Kiki and BB is the Boba. Just to clarify there. Whoa. I really like the image. I don't know if I have it, but like someone drew like, you know, Phantom with the little caption like it's like that little copy paste of like, you know, I put my son in oil and he screamed loud as fuck. But it's, you know, it's Grandmother Silk saying like, I put my Phantom in the exhaust organ and they scream loud as fuck. It's really funny. I just got messaged. I got massaged. What is this? Is he my dada? No, not him. Cool. Whoa. I don't particularly like this fight. This is like Lace 2 if it wasn't like super annoying. If it was just like a little bit annoying. Of course, I don't like that, you know, this is like a tiny little fucking target. But it's like the attacks aren't like that obnoxious. Ow. Nice. Ow. Really don't much care for the boss music in this game, you know that? Just kind of now thinking about this song that's playing right now. It makes me feel nothing. The music, you know, the music of the epic moments in this game is like trying a little too hard to be epic. So I don't really particularly like it. Again, stuff like Decisive Battle in Hollow Knight was pretty good. Radiance's theme is good. Hollow Knight's theme is good. This game, there's very few boss themes I actually really care about. Whoa. Parrying in this game is kind of like a... I feel like they made parrying more reliable than in Hollow Knight in this game. I still don't really do it though, because it's too scary and like evil. Okay. Dramatic as shit. I really like, ow. This is a thing you like see in fan art, but I really like the idea that Phantom has no face. Because, you know, Lace has little eyes. Like, Lace has two little eyeballs, which means she has a face, kinda. But, Grandmother Silk, you know, has no face. Lace is kind of like a mini her. You know, both of, like, her little children are kind of just like her. But, I like the idea that Phantom was, like, made first without a face. And, like, that's why they wear the little, like, Phantom mask that they, like, found somewhere. Because, like, yeah, like, you know, Grandmother Silk made them in her image. So her first little child is, like, a faceless creature. Pretty cool. I put my son in Fruity Gear Arrow and he screamed loud as fuck. Fruity Gear Arrow. You're obsessed with Fruity Gear Arrow, you know that? Whoa. Hoa. Ah. Good. Ow. Wow. Sounds like it sounds like she's saying maledito, which is like a Brazilian word for like damned, I guess. Like more so in a, I feel like it's usually used as like an annoying person, kinda. At least the way that I've heard it. Maybe it must be like an old ass word. Like a word old people say. That was kind of cool. You know, because the dive is so shitty. Doing that feels pretty cool. Yum. Whoa. Thing sure sounds silly. Ow. You know, this game really, like, this struggle of, like, this game's, like, struggle really, like, resonates with me. Because, cellar spiders are, like, everywhere in our house. So, like, you know, a little story about, like, trying to defeat the ultimate spider, it resonates. Same way that actually, whoa. Same way that Hollow Knight's story resonates with me so much, because I fucking hate dreaming. Like, Hollow Knight being an entire game about how, like, dreams are awful and should be terminated. Like, really, I really approve of that. I hate dreaming so much. I know, like, Zolt the Mighty, speech bubble, but it really, really sucks. Nothing good comes from dreaming. Just, like, makes you wallow in the past and, like, see scary shit. Never anything good. And if it's a good dream, then you just like wake up and it's like, oh, that wasn't real, okay. Like you dream that, I don't know, you're playing Silksong DLC, then you wake up and it was fake. Although I guess recently I did like have a dream that inspired me to draw a thing, but I could draw that thing without the dream, you know. Probably. Maybe. Ow. You're not taking a lot of damage, thing. Okay, never mind. You are. Ow. Ikaruga? Ow! Wasn't it cool when the game glitched and like everything was ascended for a little bit? That was really cool. I like that. Why did I do that? Ow. Oops. It's funny, this parry move that Phantom does is like a lot bigger than the one that Lace does, but it's less annoying somehow, because Lace's parry is just like the worst thing ever put into a video game. Ever, ever, ever. Really crazy. I haven't been able to dodge it a singular time here though. Oh. Rah. Oh yeah, wait, I have the claw line. I gotta remember that. Is the claw line good? Like, I always kind of felt like the claw line was not dealing full damage. Like, I always felt like the claw line's damage isn't like the full amount that your regular slashing is doing. I always felt like it was like that. Like, the claw line was a reduced little damage unit. I don't know what leads me to think that, but I think that. Is it real? Someone probably has like been able to determine this before. Whoa. Dick? Venus? Ow. Nah, they can be plenty annoying too. You know what? This thing really working to be like as fucking obnoxious as Lace. Like working hard for it. Not really, you know, succeeding that much, but working hard. Working hard or hardly working? Ow. Dick? That's why I hate tiny targets in this game. Because that happens. Like, I was fucking inches away from it. Ow. You know what? What? This is taking a while, isn't it? Is my nail upgrade not good? What's up? Whoa. Huh? Oh, you can do that? Maybe you're not as pathetic as I thought. Never mind. Fuck. As much as I love Treadstorm, that happens often. Oh, good. This is pretty hype moments in Aura. I wish I was good at using the parry. The animation is very satisfying, but it's very annoying. You dreamed you became a potato, then realized you don't want to be a potato. GLaDOS speech bubble. That's the second time I say that in like, oh no, it was Wheatley speech bubble, but very similar. Silly. That's the dream that Gabe Newell had when he personally wrote the potato line into Portal 2. Had a dream where you had a small ball bouncing and you found that pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Back when like we had fishes, I would like dream that like the fishes are like jumping out of the like tank and shit and like suffering, and it was really bad. Who's next? Oh yeah, I didn't even fight Lace 1. Who gives a shit about Lace 1? Let's destroy her for a bit. Felt like mind was trapped in the potato? That's scary. That's like Junji Ito. No. Junji Nito. Okay. This is you know, this is like merely the game like humoring you really, you know, like first Lace fight, yeah, baby. And then, you know, Lace 2, it's like, what? Why would you do this to me? Notice how the reason that this fight isn't completely insufferable is because she takes like a little bit to like have her attacks come out. Like when she's gonna like parry you, the parry doesn't come out on fucking frame 1. It takes like a little bit, like 1.5 seconds for the parry to come out. In Lace 2, the parry comes out instantly, and, you know, Lace 3, don't even fucking get me started. Like, it's terrible. The reason... Her fight never changes. The only reason that it becomes more and more insufferable is because, like, they make her faster and faster in really annoying ways. Which is why the Wanderer Crest is, like, such a cheat code at this fight, or at, you know, at the other 2 Lace fights. It's because your DPS sort of, like, outmatches her, and you can just, like, really quickly, like, beat her up a lot and get a lot of Silk back to, like, heal. That's the only reason that the Wanderer is, like, so much better than the Hunter. Also, like, you can parry better. I guess this Pantheon mod also allows you to, like... I could turn on, you know, the, like, Beast Crest and, like, do a bunch of the bosses with only a certain crest. But I don't like any of these other crests, so I'm not gonna do that. Literally every single one of these, pointless, except this one. You were the ball. That is pretty cool. Whenever I dream that I have wings, I can never use them properly. It's like, you know, it's like cool for a moment. It's like, oh, I can fly, but then you can't really do it very well at all. You know what? Maybe I should have the long instead. Just like kind of thought about that. I like the Volt filament, but it's not the best, I think. Alright. Who? Not Lace 2, that's for sure. Think of the, like, Citadel enemies. Trobio. There's not a lot of bosses in, like, that area. There is, you know, Trobio, the High Hall's Gauntlet is not a boss. Underworks has no boss. The Vault, Trobio is the boss. Cogwork Core has the Cogwork Dancers. I guess it is Garmund and Zaza. It's not, you know, it's Lost Garmund, right? Yeah, it's Lost Garmund. This has 1 and 2. Oh my god! Oh, I thought he was in, like, in damage form. Weird. This fight is, like, just so... They really were silly with this one. Like, just, you can just beat up a little old man who is, like, mostly defenseless. Like, for how powerful Hornet is, this little thing is, like hopeless. But they do this little fight just to foreshadow, you know, the fact that Garmund isn't really all that strong. Like, you know, like, as a mortal bug, Garmund is really not that special or, like, powerful. He just, you know, has a heart of gold. And then he dies. Jeez. Oh yeah, also, I didn't realize, Puku was right. Last randomizer stream, whenever the game would load when I die, it would, like, what's it called? It would, like, crackle. My audio would, like, crackle weird. And I don't know why that is. Must be something with, you know, Beppin X or, like, the Architect mod being, like, weird and, like, intensive. But, yeah, I hope I can, like, edit that out, like, when I edit that stream down. What if instead of adding a boss rush, they added the Lace Rush, where you fight all 3 laces in one sitting? That would be pretty cool. That's a cool concept. He's 90 years old. It's just cruel. A little bit. You know, it's funny. This fight also... This fight feels more... Whoa. This fight feels like a better execution of the whole, like, Lost to the Void idea than even Lost Lace. Like, one thing that I actually hate about the Lost Lace, just like... Or the Lost Lace fights, like, kind of thematically, is that Lace doesn't feel lost at all. Like, for one, when you beat her up enough in that fight, her stagger, she, like, stops being covered in void. So it's like, you know, Lost Lace, bro, she's right there. Like, the normal Lace is right underneath. She's not lost at all. Like, it's pretty clear that you're not actually going to kill her in that fight. While when you're fighting Garmund here, you know, the whole fight you're gonna be like, oh god damn it, am I gonna, like, have to kill him fully? Or can I still save him? Like, literally, I feel nothing for the Lost Lace fight. Like, it's such a big, like, set piece and it has the epic music, but I truly feel nothing. Like, why doesn't Garmund here get uncovered from the void when he's, like, staggered for a little second? Like, Lace has been in, like, concentrated fucking void, like, swimming pool for, like, days by the time that you, like, get to her in the game. and yet she's like perfectly safe underneath. And it's not just that, it's just like her like attitude. She like still like giggles in her fight. Like she still goes like ha 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 ha. Like she still giggles and like taunts you and like just kind of playfully like jumps around. It doesn't feel like she's lost at all. She's like exactly as she is in her second and like first fight. Like she's not even different. If like her voice sounded really distorted and like she barely sounded like herself, or like, you know, she like giggled but it sounded like a pained giggle or something, anything to like make it seem like it's an actually like tense thing that Lace is, you know, like taken by the void. Like it's so inconsequential. I didn't give a shit about her like by the time that fight was going on. I do think that the joke, you know, like lost Lace, she's right there. I do find that very funny. I guess also Lace is like a god, while, you know, Garmund is like just a little man, but, you know. Okay, Garmund and Zaza. You? Is it you? You awful fucking thing that I hate? I guess it is. Let me like... Do I even have a map? I don't think I have a map. I don't have a map. Good to know. Let's fight the Brabble. What this? A notification. What could it be? It's, oh shit, it's Grapefruit playing Bowser. Well, guess I'm gonna miss that. Oops. Oh, Grapefruit. His string titles are sharper than ever. Okay. How many bosses to go? A couple, I guess. But I guess, you know, when I finish this stream, I assume he will already be... Whoa. I assume he'll already be done with his stream, so I have that to look forward to just like, you know, watch later. Pretty cool. What? Goodbye! You're truly like the fakest MFer I know, you know that? His streams of Bowser have been really good. Like his Bowser Inside Story streams. Been pretty good. This boss is not so good. This is awful. This is a terrible, terrible display of a boss. There's a whole... Someone made a very good YouTube video on like just this, like all the many ways that this boss sucks. It's real bad. Now that I think of it, I can't even tell what's going on with his like body. Like this white part of his body, you know, the like weird veil. I guess it's supposed to be concentrated silk, but you know, because that would be too difficult to animate if it was like a billion little individual strands. It's just like a weird like white belly with little lines on it. That's actually a thing about his design that I don't quite understand. Is like, what's going on with his body there? Is he like the body of a bug? Like, the idea seems to be that he's just like a floppy little bundle of silk, but he doesn't really look like that. He looks like just a body. He looks like he has a body. Whoops. And yeah, his hitbox is just like the size of a fucking like building. He's like as wide as a barn, you know, like the thing like you couldn't hit the broad side of a barn. It's like that, but he is the side of a barn. He is the size of a barn, I guess. And people call him a table, like the fact that, you know, he has like the face of a conductor. It means that he has this weird, like, you know, like head and shoulder piece that is like very just flat. So people say that this boss is a table, which is kind of funny to me. It is like, you know, it's kind of cool. You beat this thing, then you hear the final surge of Conductor Mizello, which, you know, it means that the main body of this bug is Conductor Mizello, just mixed with like a bunch more like silk and other souls. It's a cool concept, but the fight really sucks and it looks a little bit goofy. It's also a really... Yeah, it's a really mindless, like, simple fight that also is very annoying, so it's like, you know, kind of... Oops. The both? It's the worst of both worlds. Also, it just reuses Sister Splinter's, like, theme, which is kind of lame. Because, like, you know, this is supposed to be, like, a cool moment, but the music is, like, just kind of, you know, it's the same one that you already heard. It's like, it should be like called the Creepy Battle, if anything. Like, you know, Sister Splinter is just the name of the track, but it's used for her and like this thing. It should just be called like Creepy Battle or something, or give him his own theme. I don't know. I guess they could like patch the game to give him a, I don't know, an overhaul. This is the one I feel like is the most likely for them to overhaul, even though, you know, in an ideal world, I would prefer that they overhaul every single boss in the game. Who's after that? Ew. This thing? It's pretty boring. Let's get it out of the way. Oh? Oh. These bosses that have little, fucking, like, fights at the beginning of them are also just so bad. Like, just the tedium of, like, having to fight little enemies before being able to actually fight the thing that you want to be fighting. Like, the arena might not even be that long, but it's just annoying. Like, why? I feel like they don't do that once in Hollow Knight. There's enemy arenas occasionally, like rarely. Then this game has a trillion of them, and sometimes also bosses have them. Like, that was the reason that I hated Scarmelita so much. Was just the tedium of, like, getting up to her fight. And also, like, you know, the long-ass animation of, like, Hornet going to sleep by playing the dark song or whatever. Fuck you. Wow, that was kind of cool. This boss I found really annoying when I was first playing. Which is funny, because at the time, you know, I found it obnoxious. But when I watched Griffith play the game, he said, oh, this boss is boring. Like, it was, like, really... He thought it was easy, I guess. Like, he was just like, oh, this boss is really boring. And I was, like, kind of confused by that. But, like, now, you know, sort of replaying the game with the knowledge that I now have, it is just kind of a boring boss. It's really not that hard. It's, like, Gruss Mother, like, plus. It's not... I don't know, it's just not that engaging. Oh. It's a cramped arena, too, which is, like, why I really hated it at first, because I didn't know how to maneuver. Cool. I think I can try to pick up her eye if I'm quick enough. This is my own, like, ideal version of, you know, a Pantheon. It's just, I do just, like, anything. Just all the bosses in, like, no, like, hard order. Second Sentinel or Chakra, huh? I guess these are optional fights. I really hate Chakra's fight. It's not fun. I guess let's get it out of the way. This fight is like... This is peak, like, this game, like, not telegraphing shit. Like, Chakra doesn't telegraph anything she's going to do. It's crazy. Like, look at that. She can just throw her little fucking rings. She doesn't need to, like, obey, like, anything. And she just, like, flies everywhere at all times. It's quite bad. Not fond of this one. I'm very glad that it's, like, completely optional. Like, you truly don't have to fight this thing. Like... You don't even unlock anything. You don't unlock a memento, money, anything. It's merely like a sparring... Well, it's just a sparring match. Ow. I guess the parry would be good for this fight. For like the attack where she like rams at you. Yeah, it's just annoying. I really... Like, the battle, you know, it's like... Garmund and her are, like, optional friendly battles. And Garmund isn't really a real fight. Although, you know, it's, like, fun enough. And then this is just, like, a cake. I guess it does sort of, you know, it establishes that Chakra is really powerful. Like, it makes sense that, you know, she's not dying in Pharloom. Because she is, like, a really sort of exemplary fighter, but... I feel like they could have achieved that with a fight that isn't fucking awful. What do you think? I think that. She does the little Seth thing. Like, you can hit her so little as well. Like, your opportunities to hit her are, like, very, like, sparse. Ow. Is this, this is Strive, isn't it? Finally learned the name of the song. It's sort of the generic boss theme of this game. Not Incisive Battle, unlike, you know, Decisive Battle in Hollow Knight, which was a generic boss theme. I really hate, like, quick targets with, like, no telegraphs in games, like, the most. That's why I hate old video games, because, like, every enemy is faster than your movement speed. This feels faster than like Hornet can like sort of deal with. Well, I guess I can like attack her little rings. That's what kind of they want you to do, I guess. Which is weird. I feel like parrying was never necessary in Hollow Knight. Like, it was fully optional. You never actually were expected to do it. Ow. Wow. I don't think she has that much health, at least. Oh, I don't have thing. That secondary bind is fucking me up, isn't it? That's kind of that's a new one. That's a new thing. Sha. She just said Sha, like Hornet. Wait, what is... No, Hornet says Shaw. Sha is fucking Binding of Isaac, like the Mausoleum theme, like Sha or whatever. And also Knuckles in Sonic Heroes, where it just goes Sha for no reason. Really strange. She's getting faster. I could also, I guess I could use my little tools. I haven't been using any of them. It's kind of like, how to explain this? I don't know. Tools feel more and more useless as like you fight bosses in this game like this. Yay. You unlock her in High Hall's Gauntlet? Do you need to beat her up here? I feel like she just appears if like you're her friend, no? Like she just appears if you do her no, yeah, she just appears if you do her quest of finding her like mentor. I actually really don't like the second Sentinel either. Okay. Thing. Oh yeah, this is the like High Hall's Gauntlet like theme. Or I guess it's just the Citadel like battle theme. I actually quite like this song, even though, you know, the High Hall's Gauntlet is like hell. It's a fun song, even though, you know, it is like epic choir. It's like, it's melodic, it's epic, but it's like, it has a melody to it. Like the little part goes like da na na da na na na. Yeah, all that. It's pretty good. Whoops. Ow. Whoa. The fuck? Oh, there it is. No, wait, no it isn't. Never mind. There it is. I like this. Pretty good. I also, I never realized, but Second Sentinel has the same generic voice as every other Cogwork creation. Like, I think besides the Cogwork dancers, every other like Cogwork construct in this game has the same little generic, like vaguely feminine voice. Which is, I didn't realize that when I was first playing. I also, multiple times in the Citadel in this game, I thought that this song, whenever it played, was a new song. The only part that makes me, like, that made me recognize it every time is that little, like, cool part, like the little climax of the song. Every other time that the song would play, and it's just, you know, sort of vague, like, you know, epic, like, medieval chanting, I would be like, is this a new song? And then he would do the little ta-na-na, and I'm like, oh, no, it's fucking High Hall's Arena. Which I don't think that song has a name, does it? It's just called the High Hall's Arena? Or like, High Hall's Battle, something, maybe? I don't know. Again, I do like it, even if I find it generic as shit. Well. It's that slash move that I don't really understand. I do like this fight conceptually. I like how the Cogwork... What the fuck is his name? Second Sentinel. I like that they use attacks from like other Citadel bugs. Like, not all of their attacks are like, you know, sort of from other enemies, but I think 3 of them are. That spin is Seth's. Like, Seth does a backspin in his fight, and, you know, the second Sentinel does the same, like that. The second Sentinel does the charge slash from the Pinstress fight, like that. The X slash from the Pinstress tribe. And there's one more. Oh yeah, they do the Lace parry, like that. That's Lace's parry. So it's, you know, it's a fun little bit of like world building that, because this thing is a robot made by the Citadel, they're using all of the sort of traditional Citadel fighting like moves that they know. Like, they say that the Pinstress, like, or the Seamstress, I think, says that the Citadel like stole the nail arts of the Pinstress tribe, and like sort of like left them in the dirt and like killed them all, maybe. And Seth also is said to have come from the Citadel to like defend Nyleth for life, so Seth is also a Citadel bug, so, you know, that backspin is also a thing from this place. And then, you know, obviously Lace, her, you know, her little parry. Lace is like the daughter of fucking Grandmother Silk, so like clearly she's also trained in the same like little methods as the other Citadel cast. And that's fun. Like, the moveset of the second Sentinel is the sort of Frankenstein of other techniques you've seen, because they're like because they're a Frankenstein of concepts from the Citadel. It's pretty fun. Good stuff. I also like their design. I like that people draw Hornet and this thing kissing. Like, people actually, you know, like this thing carnally or metallically, I guess. It's called The Choir. Oh yeah. It's also really... the whole soundtrack in this game is really short. Anyone ever notice that? Every song in this game is like 1 minute long. Like, even the really good ones, like Cogwork Core, they're like... dun-dun-dun, dun. Like, that song is 1 minute. Like, they're so tiny. I guess it's because they're live orchestra and they're, you know, a video game soundtrack. They couldn't like get like too much. Like, they didn't have enough time to make them long, or they thought that the songs wouldn't, you know, like, they wouldn't get repetitive like in gameplay, or like the player wouldn't really notice that they're sort of short and repetitive when playing the game, because, you know, they're focusing on playing the game. But it's kind of sad, because again, this, like, Cogwork Core is like a really, really good song. Like, one of the, probably the best area theme in this game. And it's really short. Biowater is also very good. Whomst? I did Fly, Sentinel, I guess you, because you're in the slab. I often forget the slab is even part of the Citadel, frankly. It feels so like disjointed, not disjointed. It feels very separate from the rest of like the coral chambers and the Citadel. I don't know why. I guess it's because it doesn't have like the same cultist bugs. But like the slab feels kind of like its own like world in this game. Even though it feels like a sub area. It's very short. This is also a really good fight in this game. This fight, not only, for one, this fight has no run back because like it's a dream or something. Like, you always respawn in front of the door to refight this thing. And like, it's such a fast fight, but it's not executed like in a penis-y way. Like, if it's a really fast, like frantic fight, but it feels very doable and very like exhilarating. The way that like you can sort of break First Sinner's bind by like hitting her while, you know, she's binding, just as much as she can hit you when you're binding. That's so cool. Like, that's really cool, like, you know, like Shadow Rival shit. Yeah, I was like shocked at how good this fight is, because again, no run back, and it just feels fun. It's also weird. I didn't really think about this the first time I was playing, but this is a hard mode of Widow. This is a hard mode Widow fight. Look at that, I just did it. Like, even though, you know, like Trobio 1 and Trobio 2, it's the same person, most of the repeat bosses in this game are just the same character, but later, you know, it's like, oh, Trobio 1, and then Trobio 2, Kongfly 1, Kongfly 2. This is Widow 2, but it's a different Weaver. Not only is this Widow 2, but also, like, First Sinner sounds the same as Widow. Like, she has the same voice, her little, like, blah. Like, she sounds exactly like Widow, which I think I remarked upon at some point. I was like, oh, this character sounds just like Widow. That's weird. Like, usually they don't reuse voices like that in this game. You know, they might have, like, shared voice actors, but a character usually doesn't sound the exact same as another. I guess they sound the same because, you know, this is Widow too. And they were like, yeah, probably, like, it can't just be the voice of, like, all the Weavers or whatever. But yeah, like, this fight, even though the patterns are kind of different, you know, this thing uses, like, needles instead of the bells in, instead of the bells in Widow's fight, it's like needles and shit. It's more like, it's like a mix of Widow and Grandmother Silk, which I thought was fun. Like, this first Sinner was like, you know, it like uses the same techniques as Grandmother Silk, because it was like a really early Weaver. It's like a mix of those two fights. It's kind of the most creative, like, refight in this game, because it kind of isn't a refight. Like, it both is and isn't a refight of Widow. Like, it's certainly more interesting than, you know, like, Trobio 2 and, like, you know, Clover Dancers is cool, but it is really similar to the first fight and all that. This is the most unique, like, hard mode, like, refight, and it's really cool. Ow. I also like this song a fair amount. Whoa. I like tall enemies in this game because it lets me do the dash. That's my favorite thing to do in this game. If that's not clear, is doing that. Is like, you know, running into the enemy and like doing that, like quick hits like that. That's my favorite. And tall enemies like Widow and this, you do that a lot. It's also kind of funny, when I was first fighting this thing, I kind of like got the like sort of opposite, like I sort of at the moment had like a opposite impression of what the game's story was like actually like doing, which is when I saw that the Widow fought with like pins like that, because I said Widow, didn't I? I meant First Sinner. When I fought First Sinner, I had already beaten Grandmother Silk. So, like, I didn't, you know, I already knew about, like, the pin attacks and shit from GMS. So, like, when I fought First Sinner, I was like, is it gonna be, like, fucking set up that First Sinner is, like, or is it gonna be set up that the Weavers were, like, originally, like, the owners of Pharloom, and then they created Grandmother Silk out of, you know, silk, and, like, she took over from them? Which, you know, you learn it in this very, you know, flashback in this fight, but it's the complete opposite. You know, Grandmother Silk made the Weavers by giving them silk. So it's kind of funny that, you know, when I was, like, first seeing this thing, I was like, oh, those are the same pins as, like, GMS. Is this the creator of Grandmother Silk? Like, you know, they create, like, a monster they can't control, essentially, I thought was gonna be the thing. But, it was the opposite, kinda. Yeah, that's the same as, like, Widow's also, like... It's the same as Widow's, like, second wind. Like, literally, she does the same thing where once you, like, damage her enough, she seems to die, but then immediately comes back for no reason. I never understood, like, why they do that. I don't know, like, what's really... I don't know what that adds to this fight to, like, make it so it looks like they died, but they didn't die. Like, I don't know what that accomplishes, really. But, okay. Also, yeah, the Rune Rage is really useless. It's like the most useless, like, little rune in this game, or like little silk spell in this game. And it's not like they're already, like, great, the other ones. Like, again, the dash isn't very good. The parry is fun, but I can't really use it. Rune Rage is, like, pointless. And, I don't even remember, I guess, Spear, Silk Spear is the first one. It's, you know, just like a tutorial spell. The way First Sinner gives her the most dog-ass ability, yeah, it's really lame. What are the other ones? It's, It's... Oh yeah, no, there's like only 4 of these. 6. This is... you know what? This might just be more boring than this one. No, this one at least works. Like, this one at least hits the fucking target. This doesn't even hit the target. This I don't really like using it. This I wish I could use, but, you know, don't. This simply rocks, and this is just a meme. This is just the first one. This is just the first tutorial spell. Alright, for Sinner, now we're sort of unwinding here. Who haven't I done? This thing is Act 3. What a dumb way that I'm doing this. That I killed, I guess these two fucks. They're also kind of Act 3, but just do it. This is a really annoying boss. I hated it so much when I first did it. I lost all my shell shards doing this because I kept, you know, trying to like cheese it by spamming tools, and I couldn't. Wait, did I ever make this full-time priority? I think I did. I believe. Nope, not there. What even fucking, like, what even boss team is this? Ow, this is so, these two are maybe, you know, I've said them before, like, the most boring, like, characters in the game, but truly, like, these two are nothing. Like, it's not even, like, a cool double fight. It's not like, you know, the Dark Souls, like, Orgstein and Small or whatever. Because, like, for one, we already have stuff like the Mantis tribe in the previous game. It's not gonna be that special inherently. Then also, like, these guys, like, have no fucking lore whatsoever. Like, you know, even fucking Sister Splinter has some mildly interesting story, which is she took over Nylef's place after Nylef, like, died, and it's just kind of like, you know, Nylef is like a beautiful flower, Sister Splinter is like a thorn, is like a, you know, like a weed, like she's an invasive, shitty weed that invaded Shellwood. That's mildly interesting. These two are just, oh, they're the foremen of the Deep Docks. They don't give you any insight into, like, the inner workings of the Deep Docks. Forge Daughter doesn't say anything about these two fucks. They're nobodies. They're nothing. These two are, like, negative fucking characters, and their fight is annoying. Like, the mechanics of the fight are, like, insufferable. Again, the Mantis Lords and the Cogwork Dancers are a good example of, like, a double fight. This is just, like, insufferable. Do they get hit? Oh, they do. Nice. Actually, I just now have learned that you can do that. I thought that you just had to avoid the little, like, charcoal explosion. The fact that you can hit them like that does make things a little easier. I didn't know about that. Makes this a little bit less annoying. I still don't like the boss though. Again, even if the fight was better, it's still just boring. Like, these two are just boring characters. Boring non-characters, that is. Just complete shit. There we go. Easy stuff. Feels good. Forget the slab exists. It's a fun enough moment in the game. Like, when you're, you know, thrown in there naked. Okay, these two. Then, is that every Citadel boss beaten? I guess. So the next would be this cunt. And then, what's it called? Grandmother Silk. Okay. Oh, it's broken again. Nice. Okay. Also, wait, this is Lace 1. That's Lace 1. What's he gonna say? I'll try to fight Lost Lace with the Hunter's Crest. If it gets annoying, I'll just use the Wanderer's Crest and be done. I also still want to see that Silksong thing from the public beta. Like, you can actually Silksong through fucking screen transitions now, which is kinda rocks. Okay, Lace 2. Also kind of funny, I guess. Whoa, I guess. Okay, I guess. What's it called? I guess. God, that really threw me for a loop. This game doesn't have the, like, Godseeker mode yet, you know. In Godmaster or whatever, in Hollow Knight, it gives a name to the two Hornet fights. It's like, you know, Hornet Wanderer and Hornet Sentinel or whatever. But Lace doesn't have those, like, that distinction yet in her two fights, you know, because there is no God Home yet. So like we just call these two, you know, like Lace 1 and Lace 2. When there's, you know, eventually if there is like boss rush DLC thing, we're like actually gonna know, you know, the name of like what the two fights are called. Probably like Lace, I don't know, Lace, for some reason the word torpedo came into my head. I guess she does kind of move like a torpedo occasionally, but like, you know, it'll be like Lace, essentially Lace Easy and Lace Hard. They'll have a name like Sentinel and Wanderer, Hornet. Obnoxious fucking fight, just absolutely tremendous. Like nothing fun about it. Just really, truly an annoying little. That attack is like just awful. That parry, like you have to jump it. Whoops. I don't know what that was. I couldn't even touch her the first time I was playing the game. Like, the stuff that has been up to the point of, like, fighting Lace 2, at least, like, in my playthrough, I was not prepared to do this shit. Like, I was not prepared, like, my skill level wasn't, like adequately up to the standard of the Lace 2 fight. Like, I literally didn't, like, I couldn't touch her. I had to, like, do it with, like, spamming tools and shit. Wow, that's really just how that is, huh? The Ghost Hornet, the Hornet... Wait, I don't take damage during that. The fuck? That's really weird. Some weird shit with this little mod, which is, you know, why I wish there was like an official little boss rush thing in this game. Even if I, you know, likely wouldn't do the actual Pantheon things. Like, you know, doing the actual boss rush is having a way to easily refight bosses. It's good for, you know, training like the game's mechanics, which is what I got this mod for. And it works well enough, you know, this, but it has its little, like, issues here and there. Fuck you. Huh? It's funny too, because she can do two different parries. One of them is completely undodgeable, and the other one is actually pretty dodgeable. So, like, it kind of feels a little bit like RNG as well. Some stuff in this game feels like RNG in, like, bad ways, like that. Like this fight, like, specifically. The way that, you know, her parry can just be really tremendously, like, annoying or the easiest thing to dodge ever. What? I'm glad that Vinny also sucked ass at this fight. He kind of like breezed through like parts of this game because he's just like, you know, used to like little platformers, I guess. But this, he actually like had problems with. No wonder, it's an awful fight. No kidding. I got that from Puku saying no kidding. He says it in a funny way. Like when you know there's something really obvious, he'll say like, yeah, no kidding. And it makes me giggle and slap my belly. Oh, good opportunity to just like do that. And that. Nice. Fuck you. Uh-oh. Whoops. Should have jumped. That's what the fucking, like, mid-air binding is for in this game. Dumb. Like, have we learned nothing from Hollow Knight? Being able to jump and heal is, like, crazy. OP. Maybe the reason the bosses have, like, been, like, taking so long to kill in this is because I'm not using tools. I usually use tools, actually. But here I'm not, so I'm feeling like they have... Whoa. I'm feeling like they have a lot of health. When, you know, it's just my DPS isn't, like, crazy, I guess. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I beat Lace too. Get on my level. I'm aware that, like, all of this that I'm doing, like, you know, this stream is, like, not very impressive at all. I mean, it must be a little impressive if I'm, like, talking while doing it, no? But, this is really just to, like, you know, you can, like, look at this and then go back and look at my actual like streams of the game and like how like cocular it was, which I guess it proves that, you know, even like an obnoxious game, one can work through like this. But I'm not gonna be like happy about it. Here's the thing that I didn't even know was the final boss. I was so fucking like frustrated by this game by the point of this fight. Like, I was so utterly frustrated by like just the overall game by the time I got Grandma, that like, and also I already knew that there was gonna be an Act 3, so I was kind of like, yeah, this is not really gonna be the final boss. I'm just gonna beat it and then Act 3 is gonna show up, right? I didn't know the part that, you know, Act 3 was like a secret thing. So when Grandmother Silk appeared, I was like, yeah, that doesn't look like a final boss. I was like, this is so easy. Like, it was also, you know, it was like hot off the heels of like Lace 2, which is, you know, like Penicular Torsion. So I was like, this is not that hard. It doesn't really look like a final boss. I was like, this thing looks dumb. This thing looks ballular. Like, this thing looks like a stupid big ball, and I find it dumb. I was so just like done with this game's shit that I didn't even know that this was supposed to be the like final boss, like, you know, like regular ending final boss. I was just like, yeah, this is like just the gateway to like Act 3, I guess. Like, something's gonna go wrong in like Hornet's little plan. That's what a frustrating game does to you. I'm not gonna be like in a good mood to like look at the like hype moments and aura of your game if I'm just too like preoccupied being annoyed at how fucking like bad it is, you know? Like, I really wanted to have like really enjoyed this game the first time I was playing it, but I couldn't do it. It was just too frustrating all the way through. It was just like awful. I couldn't like bring myself to like not be really like mad. This fight is also, you know, it's really easy so that you can do this with the Cursed Witch Crest. But it does make this, you know, a kind of lame fight, because it's supposed to be, you know, the real challenge here is, well, is doing it with, you know, like the little, like, no healing from the dumb, like, cursed baby or whatever. It's also, it's not, like, the final boss. I hear people, you know, trying to, like, sort of, what's it called, explain, or sort of in-universe, like, sort of explain that this fight is really easy because Grandmother Silk is real while the Radiance was a dream. Like, Radiance, you fight her in a dream, and it's kind of shown that, you know, dream fighters in that game are super idealized and, like, more powerful than their real selves. So, you're not fighting an idealized Grandmother Silk here. You're fighting just a real Grandmother Silk. Also, I never really, like, all my fucking years playing Hollow Knight, and I never really thought about the fact that the Radiance doesn't exist. Like, I never really thought about it, but it doesn't make, like, it's the thing that makes the most sense in the game's, like, little story, that the Radiance never even was, like, a physical creature. Like, the entire existence of the Radiance, she's always been just, like, an idea, like a dream. Like, the way they say that she's been forgotten, and, you know, she stopped existing from being forgotten. That wouldn't happen if she was physical. She's just like a thing that existed in the minds of the Moth Tribe, but then the Moth Tribe forgot. And so, you know, the Radiance went into, like, everyone else's minds, which is how, you know, shit got fucked up. But I never really thought about that fact that she was never real. It's crazy. You know, the whole, like, it's kind of like the whole plot of the game is about not letting her break out of the Hollow Knight. It's more so metaphorical. It's like, it's not like she's gonna break out and become real. She's gonna break out and sort of become like a really fucked up presence. Like, her infection is gonna go like even farther now or something. Okay, so Act 2 is done. What now? I guess, like, the first place that I went to in Act 3 when I was playing, oh yeah, no, it's this. It has to be this. Lame. I hate this thing. It's awful. Just made you realize the Radiance is real. Yeah, it's something that you don't really... It's good, like, it's a good little, like, lore tidbit, because you don't really think about it when you're just kind of, like, going through the motions of the game. But if you think about it for a little bit, you know, just on your own time, not playing the game, you're like, wait a second, that bitch never, like, was real. What the hell? and I find that really fun. A story, you know, the story in the Hollow Knight game is always usually pretty sweet. Even this game's story being like a mess, it's still pretty fun. And except anything of Grandmother Silk and Lace, I must say, that part is pretty boring. Everything else besides those two. The Weavers even I enjoy, like, honestly kind of disappointed that this game doesn't even tell you as much about the Weavers as we thought. Because they are cool, they're mysterious and cool. And we don't actually really learn shit about them, besides the fact that they're just evolved little spiders and, you know, not like some powerful demigod creature. But I don't, like, it's not like, you know, that was like, it's not like that was what we wanted to know about the Weavers. It's not like anyone was like sort of arguing like, oh, are the Weavers like fake gods? That's not really what we wanted to know. We wanted to just know who they were, which we kind of learned, but just barely. It's also, the timeline in Pharloom is so vague and sort of nebulous, like, you know, you ever think, like, the very simple question in this game is not easily answered. Not in a way that feels intentional even, like, not in a way that feels sort of satisfying, like, you know, a lot of stuff in Hollow Knight is kind of like, who did this and that, and, you know, it's what makes it interesting. It's like, who were the ancient civilization that worshipped the Void and stuff like that. In this game, I bring you the very simple question, who built the automatons? Who built the cogwork workers? Like, who built the... wow, that was really easy. Who built the 12 architects and the other architects and sort of funded the little, like, put, like, bugs into little flies and then into robot brains? Like, who was funding the creation of the Sentinels, of the cogworks, especially of the cogwork dancers? Like, it makes no sense if you think about it for, like, longer than 1 second. Because, like, it's, you know, it's sort of like silk technology, so you think, oh, it's the Weavers, right? But then it makes no sense because, like, the current super, like, capitalism, like, super, like, golden, overbearingly, like, sort of glamorous look of the Citadel is like, it was brought up by the conductors. Like, under the Weavers' rule, the Citadel was like a really simple little place just made to capture, to like keep Grandmother Silk captured. When the conductors took over, they were like, oh, let's make this a cool, like, golden, like, palace full of, like, glamour and, like, badass shit. It makes no sense, especially because, like, they say that the Verdania guys, that the, you know, the Lost Verdania princes, they made, like, a bargain with the Citadel. Like, the little boyfriend of the Green Prince gives himself, like, as a, like, an offering, and, you know, he becomes like a robot, right? And that doesn't make sense because, like, Grandmother Silk is the one that sort of like subdued Lost Verdania. Like, I feel like it's implied that what destroyed Lost Verdania was Grandmother Silk herself. Like, her fucked up, you know, like, evil, like, tyrant genes made her, like, go into the little domain of the crabs and the crickets and everything and, like, take it over. So how did the, like, boyfriend of the Green Prince have, like, a kingdom to protect by doing a treaty and becoming a robot? Like, it makes no sense. It would have to been, like, the who else? It would have been to be, like, well, it would have to been like the Verdania guys make a deal with the Citadel and, you know, they make a robot, but that makes no sense because, like, they have no reason to do that. Grandmother Silk is the one that, like, took over the little land and, you know, like, killed or really, like, subdued the, like, Ant Queen and, you know, like, the Ant Queen and the crab guy. It makes no sense. It's all I'm saying. Like, the backstory in this game is so, like, nebulous that it makes no sense sometimes. Let's fight the fuck. The fat fuck. Ass Jim, as they call him. Well, that's how to say that I'm really looking forward to, like, seeing Moss Bag like run fucking whoa, like fucking like run loops, like trying to explain some of the shit in this game. He actually like he hasn't been like doing it as much as I thought. Like I actually hasn't been like doing little videos on this game as much as I thought he would so far. The game has been out for like 4 months. I guess it did take a while for the Hollow Knight videos to start, you know, like happening in his channel, but you know, this is a post Hollow Knight world now. You know, like Silksong is in a post Hollow Knight world. It's not like just some little game anymore. Ooh, ooh. I'm the new boss bag? I'm the new Moss Bag. That's crazy. I did kind of like thought about making more little videos like the Lifeblood video on, you know, Hollow Knight specifically and other stuff. But it's really just hard for me to like script and like record anything at all. It's not really in my nature. It's really, I am a streamer at heart. Like, you know, some people are better at scripted content and some are better at live content. Like Cybershell is way better at scripted than live. I'm way better at live than scripted, I feel, in my own sort of, you know, like perception. Bleh. This thing is funny. Uh-oh. Nah, it's fine. Ow. The fact that, you know, it attacks with its booty cheeks is very, very cool. Very humorous. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, even like my friend was saying that like the lore videos that he was seeing for Silksong felt sort of like half-assed, or like they felt sort of like cynical in like pointing out the ways that I didn't watch any of these lore videos, mind you, but he said that people were sort of like they you know, like little lore like reviewers were like sort of making joke of how like derivative the story of this game is from Hollow Knight, which it is, it really is. But also like it felt sort of like cynical, like sort of cynically talking about this game's story. And I didn't watch those videos, but I don't blame like people doing that, because again, the story in this game is way less fleshed out than the one in Hollow Knight, like significantly like less I don't know, like a fleshed out complete feeling. It's just way more like you just gotta make wild fucking assumptions about certain shit. Like I don't blame the lore like reviewers not like being able to work with it as well. Also, yes, it is really derivative, like no matter how you frame it. Like I get it, the Grandmother Silk review, the Radiance is the sun and then Grandmother Silk is the moon. It's like cinematic parallels and all that, but it doesn't detract from the fact that Grandmother Silk just looks like the Radiance. Like Grandmother Silk, to like her visual design, to her fight setup, like, you know, the like part where you meet her, like the part where she's unleashed, it's all extremely derivative of the Radiance, no matter if it's like cinematic parallels on purpose or not. It's still like Hollow Knight still did it better because it was the first one to do it. Like again, the Radiance's review back then was like crazy because it was like fresh and like different. Just doing it again for Grandmother Silk isn't as impactful at all. So like you can't, like, it can't be seen, like it can't be held to the exact same standards of like coolness, because it isn't. It just isn't as cool. It's already like, it's something that's already been done before. Also, I like this dumbass fight, even though it has like all the things that I hate in this game, like enemy gauntlets in between, like fighting an enemy and ads and shit. I still like it. I like the design of the Crawfather too. I just like the Craws in general. Not as an enemy, mind you. Fighting them is awful, but I like their design and sort of culture here. I like that they're trying to kill Hornet for causing the end of the world, unknowingly that Hornet is the only one that can save them now. I find that fun. It's kind of honestly yet another thing that feels sort of like underdeveloped and out of nowhere, is this whole thing where like the Craws are judges, or like they're judges of character. I get it, it's fucking Edgar Allan Poe reference, like, oh, the crow, like, nevermore. But in this little story, you don't really get to know exactly why these Craws judge people's, like, sins and, you know, try to kill them and shit. But that said, it's still a cool, like, set piece. Like, the way that you're invited by the Craws into their home and then you gotta fight them, it's really cool. Even though it's yet another thing. A lot of stuff in Act 3 feels super like rushed and underdeveloped and just kind of like random. like just stuff that happens without much like rhyme or reason. It even though, you know, this game had like 7 years of development, some parts of it feel really rushed, which is strange and counterproductive. Little cat is meowing, don't worry about it. The Dolphin on Steam Deck can play War on the go. I was like, I found it kind of interesting how just how into War World you were, Lua. It's kind of cute. I kind of like that game. I certainly like it a lot less than other people that like it, but it's an okay game. I'll probably stream it at some point when I like get the courage. Let's get this done with. This sucks. This is awful. I should use the what's it called? Razor one. What's it called? The Gatherer. I forget. The one of the good swipe. The Collector. The I don't know. The one in Greymar. That one. The one with like the sort of slashy like Reaper. There we go. I was gonna say the slashy reapy one. What's that one called? It's like it's got like little reapy kind of like things on it and stuff. Yeah, the Reaper. The Crest of the Reaper is the best for this. This is also utterly fucking obnoxious when doing this steal so fast thing. It was bad. This is a terrible boss. It's not even really a boss. It's just kind of a little mini game, but God does it suck. It's just not good. These little fires, like their fucking behavior is like abominable. I've used that word 3 times now. It's apt though. It's an apt word. Couldn't have said it better myself, because I did say it. Okay. Good. That's why this sucks. Oh, I should have the warding bell. Oops. Wait, what? Oh, right. No, I literally forgot how this worked. Whoa, whoa, don't. They have such big, like, they have a lot more, like, AoE than you would think, those little fires. Like, they hurt, whoa. They, like, reach a lot, like, more ground than you would think. And, it's pretty annoying. Not gonna lie. Wow. It rocks. It's like, it's kind of, you know, like, everyone knows this, but it's kind of mashy. You know, like just like the combat in War World is kind of mash buttons, just kind of at random, or you know, just like random sort of mindless button mashing, which I can enjoy. Again, like, you know, Castle Crashers, but it's the platforming in that game that I kind of really don't like. Actually, something about it just feels kind of bad. Oh God, like something about the platforming just feels kind of like stiff and weird, and it has like those little floodless levels in it that are just not fun. Like, none of those I ever, like, found any fun at all. Like, they're all just kind of like a nuisance before I can, like, go back to the regular level. Wow. You usually don't even have a lot of silk to do this fucking fight with. Because, you know, you gotta run back the whole wisp ticket to get up here. It's just an annoying, awful fight. Nothing good about it. You know, this game has many the worst fight, but this is a really, really strong contender for worst fight. I guess I could have been doing that the whole time, huh? The camera was on the whole time, huh? Alright. Oh yeah, fire. Even this attack, like, what the fuck is this? I hate that a lot. Now I don't have any more silk. Fuck. I remember my friend saying something like, oh, it must be, like, there's lore that the Wisp Ticket is the one area that's not, like, affected by Void. Like, there's no Void, like, tendrils in the background. So, in the... What is it? He was saying, like, oh, there's no Void in the Wisp Ticket, which is true, there is no Void here. But he was saying that the burning bugs also aren't haunted because the burning fire that they use sort of, you know, like, burns away the silk that would haunt them. And he was saying, like, oh, those, like, burning bugs must be onto something, like, with, you know, worshipping fire. Because it is, like, it did work against the haunting and void. But then I went and played the game, like, went to the Wisp Ticket and sort of, like, needle-linned the enemies here, like the burning bugs, and they are haunted. That's actually kind of a... That made me realize how fun of a mechanic that is in this game. It's not even, like, you know, that fun to do. It's just a fun story-wise thing, I guess. Like, sort of world-building thing. Is if there's an enemy and you're not sure if it's haunted or not, you can just needle in it. If it has strings, then it's haunted. If it doesn't, then it's normal. The little cat is, like, crying. Don't worry about it. Annoying fucking thing. I hate this cat. I really hope that, like, it leaves soon. And by leaving, I mean either, you know, he grows up enough to, like, not stay in the house all day and, like, leaves, you know, to, like, do his own little, like, things out there. Or just leaves, disappears. Like, just does no longer live here. That'll be great. I hate cleaning cat shit. This thing sucks. I don't have anything to say about this. I don't have anything to say about this boss that hasn't already been said by everyone else. Like, this is nothing. Like, this is not even like a boss fight. Uh-oh. Whoops. This is not bravery. This is... What is it? This is murder. I don't remember exactly what GLaDOS says. Good line, though. Yeah, no, that is what she says. This is not bravery. This is murder. Look at that. Got me with the schmicks up. Ow. What a creative, cool boss. In design, in fight. It's just fantastic. A bunch of little worms, and they just zap the whole screen in like intermittent intervals. Lame. Grim Troop comes to Pharloom in Halloween DLC. In Wisp Ticket, you gaslit yourself to believe that. I don't know if this game will have anything to do with the Grim Troop. People are like, you know, sort of very adamant, like, oh yeah, the Grim Troop is gonna come. Trobio is gonna have something to do with it, which, you know, Trobio is clearly a reference to Grim, but this game feels like it's too much doing its own thing to do that. Like, you know, it's the same as people being like, oh, we're gonna fight Izelda and Silksong. It's the same as like, the Grim Troop is gonna come to Pharloom. Because there is no reason for the Grim Troop to come to Pharloom now. Because it's not a dead kingdom. Like, Hollow Nest has been dead for like actual centuries. While Pharloom, you know, has been doing really bad for a long time. But it's not dead yet. We're like, you know, we save like living bugs in this game and stuff. I feel like the Grim Troop needs like a sort of more desolate like kingdom to like fuel their little like sorrow ritual and shit. I don't know. I guess, you know, I'm not Team Cherry. I'm not the one making up this little universe, but I feel like they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do actual like maybe something like Grim Troop, but I don't think they'll actually have Grim here. I can kind of see them having a Steel Soul character DLC for this game that's kind of like Grim Troop, like where, you know, like the Steel Soul assassins come to town and like, I don't know, they ask to do stuff, or I don't know, Confessor ZZ or whatever the fuck her name is, Steel Soul Zir from this game. She appears even outside of Steel Soul mode and like gives you a little quest to like go and find the crab, or, you know, like that boss that was shown in the old trailers of the Steel Soul crab. Like, you know, it's kind of like Steel Soul Jin, but it's shaped like a weird flying crab. I love that design. I wish it was in the game. It was, you know, scrapped because the fucking Coral Tower area was like also scrapped into just being like a little gauntlet, which sucks. I could see something like that, like they do something like the Grim Troop with a new character, or with new characters, but I don't think Grim himself will be here, because like, it's the same way that they don't want to, you know, sort of confirm if the Hollow Knight lived or died in this game. Like, there's the cliffhanger in Hollow Knight where the Hollow Knight breaks out of the Temple of the Black Egg, you know, in the Godhome ending, like Godmaster ending. But this game doesn't actually give any closure on if the Hollow Knight, like, fought Hornet, if the Hollow Knight was, like, friendly to Hornet, if it's even still alive, if it, like, woke up after the Void, like, woke up within the God Seeker. I don't think that Team Cherry is, like, gonna do that, because they haven't done it yet, you know? Like, they haven't done it so far, so I don't think they're gonna do it now. With, like, DLC that, like, just brings back stuff from Hollow Knight to this game. I appreciate that, too. I appreciate just, like, aggressively doing their own thing. That was insane. I could barely fucking, like, do this fight the first time I was streaming this game. And there, I just did it while, like, you know, barely speaking, but, like, talking about, like, Grim Troop shit. That's crazy. Let's do this boring, shitty thing. Act 3 kills Pharloom? No, Hornet saves it. Like, oh, like even after, you know, like, the Void Tendrils, like, destroy everything. The whole point of the story is that there is rebirth in destruction in the end. Like, after you know, kill Grandmother Silk within, like, the cocoon, and, like, the Void stops destroying everything, presumably, like, life, like, goes on in Pharloom. Like, the little characters in Belheart are just gonna keep living their lives. You know, Chakra is gonna, like, move on to, like, probably, you know, travel to new lands, or even live in Pharloom, maybe. Like, all these little characters, they're gonna be fine. Like, that's sort of, that's what this game was establishing ever since it didn't kill Sherman. Like, you know, if this was Hollow Knight, Sherman would have died, and it's just like, oh, it's too late to, like, save everyone. Which, again, it's not really even true. In Hollow Knight, you save plenty of people. Like, again, you're saving Relic Seeker Lem, you're saving the 3 Nail Masters, you're saving the Nailsmith. This game is, like, even more aggressively, like, Hopium. Like, it's truly, like, a kingdom. Like, even Hornet says, this is a kingdom that I'm not going to let die. You know, because he's, like, traumatized from Hallownest being, like, thoroughly fucked by the infection. She's like, I'm not gonna let Pharloom fall to the same fate. Which is, it's cool. It's a cool, you know, parallel to that game's story where you're trying to sort of, like, it's a dead kingdom, but you're trying to sort of give it, like, resting peace for the few people that are still in it. This game, it's like, you're trying to save a kingdom for all the people that are still alive, and that, you know, you want to keep being alive. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, should do the electricity. Check this out. Go into the water, you boring fucking boss. Oh my god. Everyone hates this thing, and for good reason. It's boring. Check this out. Look at this. See? I don't know if it actually hurt, but that was all to show that the Volt Filament makes it so, like, if you shock water in this game, even just the little, like, the shock needle in this game, the little, like, throwable, they can, like, in water, they sort of, you know, electrify the water and hurt entities, I think. I think it does more damage. You would assume so. This is such a boring fucking boss. It's not only boring, but it's annoying too, which, as we said, as we've established, is a really terrible combination. Boring and annoying. There we go. It's like, it's not even that hard, it's just, like, annoying. Like, it just moves all over the fucking place. I'm crying. Alright, we're, I guess this, because, you know, I fought this. This one is fun. His gross, like, antenna look like a mustache, or it looks like that sort of, like, pompous little, like, hairstyle in, like, a cartoon. Like a cartoon caricature of, like, a little rich, like, asshole. Like, that's the kind of hair they have. Oh, thank you, Hornet. Like, that's the kind of hair they have. That's what his little antenna look like. This is such a fucked fight. Like, the fact that Hornet has, like, the option to just for no real reason come and kill the Green Prince is, like, so funny. Like, you know, people in the, like, little fandom, like, joke about this often, but, like, Hornet is homophobic. She just wants to, like, kill the Green Prince for, like, being gay and, like, mourning his lover. It's like, there is no, like, no matter what you cut it, there is no, like, little narrative, like, reason for Hornet to be killing this guy. Like, zero. Like, she's fairly respectful of him, and, like, it's not like he does anything, you know, to her. She just does this, like, for fun. And if this is, like, this is an actual thing where I can actually like point to it as being like very like little narrative dissonance in like kind of a like lame way, like in like kind of detrimental to the story way, because like there's truly no reason for her to be doing this. In fact, all of the things with the Green Prince feel like little narrative dissonance, because the very first time that you talk to the Green Prince, he's like, I don't want your pity, I don't want to like escape this cage, leave me be. And Hornet is like, okay, I abide. But if you get a simple key and, you know, you open the lock, then Hornet says like, I merely put the key in the lock as it fit. If you wish to like remain there, you can stay. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna leave. And then, you know, then when you find him in this like in the Act 3, like he's like, oh, like leave me here to like mourn. I don't wanna deal with all this right now. And Hornet is like, okay, I'll abide. And then you can go into his fucking dream and kill him. Like that's kind of what you get by like having a character that like has their own like mind and like voice. Like, you know, playing as the Vessel in Hollow Knight, anything that the player does isn't little narrative dissonance, because the Vessel has no will. The Vessel has like no, like it has no brain, it has no mind. It just kind of does whatever you make it do. But Hornet, you can tell what her biases are, what her thoughts are, and what her goals are. And then, you know, she's just like killing like little innocents for no reason. You know, it feels very, you know, like sort of wrong. If you kill the ant, if you kill Carmelita, and then talk to the little like hiding NPC, Hornet, or like there's like a special dialogue where if you already have 3 hearts but you kill the Ant Queen, Hornet will say like the reason that I killed that monarch, complicated it may be, a sort of training for the fight to come. Which like that dialogue is usually Hornet saying like, my reason for killing that monarch, complicated it may be, I needed a heart inside to save this land. Which, you know, that makes sense. It makes sense that Hornet kills the 3 dudes to like get their little hearts and like do the stupid Everbloom spell. But Hornet killing the fucking like killing Carmelita for like just training, that makes absolutely no sense. Like Canon Hornet wouldn't need the training to begin with, and then also it's just a really cruel thing to do, you know? Like Hornet isn't evil. This is not like a fucking Infamous game. There's no like evil choices or nothing. I also really hated this boss the first time I was fighting it. It's you know, it's giving lace. It's like very, like it's an athletic, nimble target that jumps all around, and also she's a flying enemy. She's like a half flying enemy, and also she's a lace that occasionally flies, which is like just like demented. Like when she's hovering around, you cannot hit her like at all. Oh my god. Whoops, I do that a lot, I've noticed. Oh wow, wow. Hitboxes. How do they work? Whoops. I had a weird dream this night that I can't actually remember. Something about a road trip? Oh. the Pinstress is such a funny bit in this game. I actually quite like the tree, you know, I say tree, like the 2 Pinstress sisters, and then, you know, there's the Biowater one who's dead. I like her design, but you know, the Simstress is a very like sympathetic, sort of like nice little like figure. She chose peace over fighting with the needle, and she's very just like calm. And then the Pinstress is just really funny because like I didn't get it. Like, of course, you know, the joke of her here in this mountain is that you're like, oh, it's her corpse, she's dead. Because this is something that Hollow Knight has done a lot in the previous game, and this one, it's like, oh, there's just a bug corpse here. It's like, you know, it's like environmental storytelling. It's like, oh, the Pinstress died in her way up the mountain. And then if you hit her a bit, she's just like narcoleptic. She's just like a narcoleptic character. Like, she just sleeps a lot, like at random like intervals. And what I didn't notice though is that the first time you meet the Pinstress in her like little hut, she also looks like she's a corpse. Like the way that she's sort of laying in her little hut makes it seem like, you know, it's like, oh, you got to this like you got to this weird abandoned little hut in the blasted steppes, and the person who lived here is dead. But then when you like touch her little body, she's like, oh, what the fuck, you woke me up. And it's like, oh, she's just sleepy. It's a very funny bit, it's very cute. Sort of, you know, poking fun at the traditions of Hollow Knight and like little Dark Souls games of, you know, oh, it's just environmental storytelling. It's an NPC that's dead, and you're never gonna know what really happened to them. And, you know, the mystery is very intriguing. Like, what happened to this character? Here it's like, oh, she's dead. Oh, no, she's just sleeping. That's very, very cute. It took me a bit to, like, understand the bit in full, but I got there eventually, and I really like it. Oh, you can do that? You fucking bitch? You goofy bitch? Oh. Ah. Can you stagger for me? That back swing that she has on the charge slash, that is like fuck. That's like that's what I call, like, you know, anytime that I hit something from behind in the game, I'm like, Spelunky back whip moment. That's Spelunky back whip. Like, the way that her charge slash is very long to the back, I've actually gotten hit by that multiple times. Like, trying to dodge, like, to the, you know, like trying to dodge behind her. Like, she just gets you with the charge slash. It happened a lot. I also like her little beak. She looks very dumb. I saw people trying to, like, argue that the pinstresses are all Stilken, and I actually kind of believe that. Because, you know, there's the Biowater pinstress, which is the one that's, you know, dead. She's in, like, actually, she's in Putrefied Ducts. She has a little, you know, like a little airship in there, or like a little hover house. But she's dead, and she's a Stilken, clearly. Like, she has a little moss of a Stilken, and, you know, she's in like a Biowater adjacent area. And, you know, the Pinstress and the Seamstress, they have the same sort of, like, little face as a Stilken, and their way of fighting is, like, you know, the way that the Pinstress fights here is very similar to the Stilken as well, like, jumping around and throwing projectiles from afar, sort of camping you out, being very crafty and, like, you know, kind of like having like a vantage point. Like, the Stilken in this game, they're very nimble, sort of like crafty targets, same way that the Pinstress here is. So I really would believe if, you know, they're all three of them are supposed to be Stilken, except, you know, the Pinstress and the Seamstress like shed their little moss. Yeah, it seems pretty logical. Also, you know, they have the opportunity with like a boss rush mode to like have a fight with the Seamstress and the Pinstress, and maybe the third one, the green one. Yeah, that could be fun, I guess. In the same way as, you know, the brothers Oro and Maro fight. Even though I hate that fight in that game. Like, you know, they could bring these, like, they could make the Seamstress fight, and they could make it fun too. They could make it not abysmal dog shit. Unlike brothers Oro and Maro, which is awful. I hate that boss. Now that I've actually played Godmaster to an extent, I have such a newfound hatred for, like, stuff in that game. It's crazy. Because, like, again, most of the, like, you know, non-optional difficulty in Hollow Knight is actually pretty, like, it's pretty, like, fair. And most of the really hard stuff is, you know, optional, like, bullshit. Like Grim Troop, or Nightmare King Grim, Godmaster, and things like that. Dream Zone. This game, you know, this game is like hard all the fucking way through, which is unfortunate. But doesn't mean that every fight needs to suck. You know, they could make a Seamstress fight that isn't horrible. You have a lot of health, little thing. Ow. Charge. Ooh. Come on! Okay. No. Oh my god. I should use I should use my tools. Ow? I'm sucking, it would seem. Wow! And that was I was kind of begging for that. Sometimes in this game, you think that you can just like tough it out, just like stand still and keep hitting an enemy to like tough it out. You usually can't. he asks Hornet why she entered his memory. Yeah. He's like, I'm not gonna let you trespass. And all that Hornet says is like, you know, you shouldn't like linger on the past like this, and then proceeds to kill him. It's so goofy, you know? Goofy game. Alright. We gotta primal aspect a little bit. It's funny, Grapefruit pointed this out once, but it's kinda true. This game has like a couple enemies that shoot in the same, you know, way as a primal aspect. Like, you know, like three-way diagonal projectiles. And yet, something about it, like the way that, you know, the Pinstress here like shoots those projectiles, it doesn't feel as annoying as like a primal aspect for some reason, even though it's literally the same like thing. Like, there's no difference at all. I guess maybe it's because the primal aspect is like a basic enemy that, you know, it feels really overkitted for like a basic enemy. It's like the primal aspect has like a fucking 90% hit ratio. It's always gonna hit you if it's around you because of the way that it shoots. While this isn't an actual boss fight. I don't think there's any enemy in this that shoots triple projectiles, even though those little mosquitoes in Putrefied Duct, they're very primal aspect-like in just how annoying they are. But it's not, you know, it's not exactly the same. It's a little different. I guess, yeah, that must be it. Like, these three projectiles in boss fights don't feel as, like, obnoxious as just a normal enemy doing it. Oh, shit. Wow, that's... Huh. Is it actually any faster to, like, hop and attack in this game? Because I do that a lot. I, like, do little hops while, you know, attacking. Like, it seems to, like, be faster. It just, like, feels that way. It's kind of a vibe thing. But I don't know if there's any actual, like, science behind it at all. And, if it is, like, a thing that happens, though, that's really funny because the Pinstress is, like, countering it by by fucking slouching on the ground like that. Like, you actually can't, like, hop her because her hitbox when staggered is too small. That's kind of funny. I wonder if that was intentional to any extent. Can you fuck off, little thing? You've overstayed your welcome. You know that? Ah, I don't like when she does that. You don't get the stagger hits. Mm-hmm. Nice! Ow! Mm-hmm. Ow! Wow, jeez. Powerful fucking thing. Talented, even. Do your little fucking dive. Uh-huh. I kind of like, you know, this is a... There's many enemies in this game that fight kind of just like Hornet. Lace, Phantom. Phantom feels like kind of like a Proto versus Hornet. Ow. But out of all of them, I feel like the Pinstress fighting like Hornet, I don't know, it feels like the coolest to me, kind of. I don't know why. I really like the sort of, well, I like the bond between, well, there's not much of a bond, but I like the sort of mild bond between Hornet and the two Pinstress sisters. And then it looks like she died when you kill her as well, just to like finish off the bit. Very funny. Because she says like, let's fight to the death, and then, you know, she stops moving, but nah, she's fine. You know, it's like fun the way the Neo brothers have like a little sort of like fatherly bond with the knight in the first game, but I feel like I like the Pinstress and the Seamstress more than the stupid like Blowjob brothers. Who now? Did that, not that. I guess Crust King Khan. How much? I must have been playing this for a long time. 2 hours and 43. Feels like a lot more. Let's do this asshole just to get him out of the way. We're coming up on the Lost Lace. Come on, little thing. Am I gonna have to do this every time? The fuck is this? Oh yeah. I forget. That's really annoying, actually. Every time I refight him, I'm gonna have to do that? Oh no. This thing is annoying a lot. Really annoying. Mm-hmm. You just kind of gotta like bait him out on that one attack he does. Ow. And then he does that. You can also, ow. You can also, you know, get him off the edge, which is not that hard to do, actually. Ouch. I don't know what that was. Some sort of glitch, I believe. Jumpy. Ow. Ow. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think the little hops don't actually, like, do anything. It's still really funny to me that these guys are called caracas. If you don't know why, it's because in Portuguese, caraca means it's like a sort of expression of like shock. It's like whoa, you know, it's like whoa. Golly, I guess. No, that doesn't really work. Oops. Wow, you can actually just like hop over him like that. That I didn't know. Ow. Yet another enemy that blocks, which is obnoxious. I hate that little trope in this game of enemies that block your attacks. Fine. Fine. Nice. Yeah, that feels good. Because again, at first I was really bad at this fight. Just because you know the track you gotta do to get up to that guy. Like every single time you want to attempt that. That's just fucking annoying. Being able to train like his fight through this little like Godhome thing made me actually understand how to fucking fight him. What a novel concept, huh? Being able to like not like need to spend 5 minutes like going up to a thing before attempting it. How silly. Wake up, Hornet, what the fuck? This last arena in this is also really easy. You know, they made it easy so that you can just like retry it quick. This whole area like is so annoying. It's also just, it's annoying that this area is like this because, you know, in all the trailers they showed like Coral Gorge as like this beautiful like area you would actually explore. And then in the actual game, this is just a fucking combat arena. Like, this game is already so oversaturated with the battle arenas in it. And then a major area in the trailers, like, it turns out it was, like, it became just a combat arena. It's so, like, floppy. I don't know. It's so lame. There's, like, there's so much cool shit you can do with, like, a sort of watery area like this. And it looks so beautiful. And then it's just, fight out the enemies. Fight out the, like... It really feels like scrapped content, too, because, like... It feels like it's all of the enemies that you would be fighting in the actual Coral Gorge. Just all, like, put into, you know, these little, like, combat arenas. All, like, fucking smushed together. So, like, it even adds more insult to injury. Just sucks. That said, it's, again, as, you know, many things in this, not as hard once you have a better grasp. It just sucks. It's just not, like... There's, again, there's, like, so much shit you could do with this concept, and then it's just, like, uncreative, like, battle arena with every enemy in it. Dog shit. I was truly angry when this happened when I was first playing. Oh, yeah. And also, the Steel Soul Crab, like that crab that I talk about, he was supposed to appear in this area. That's like in the trailer, you can see the little steel creature like flying around the Coral Gorge. And it looks like a fun fight. And you know, it just doesn't exist. Here's this thing that apparently people are horny for. I did not know that. My friend like, my friend like informed me that people are like, want this little crab carnally. Which is, doesn't surprise me. People, you know, people do, you know, like thirst for like little Hollow Knight characters, little fucking bugs, stick bugs. But this one specifically, I would not expect, because I don't know, he's just kind of a guy. I guess he's a buff guy, sort of by definition, but I don't know. He's just a bug. Like, he's just kind of a crab thing. He's not really, even though he's large, he's not really muscular. I guess you can draw him muscular, but I don't know. Do you really like that little stick bug? Person who thirsts for Crust King Khan? He has a very funny name, I will say that. I do like saying it. Crust King Khan. People were very disappointed that Vinny Vinesauce didn't get to the end of this game. Or, you know, didn't like do Act 3 and shit. Just because he was not gonna see the name Crust King Khan. I guess because, you know, Vinny likes using the word crust. Like, you know, he like calls things like crusty, like Krusty Marios and shit like that. So yeah, he's not, you know, gonna see this dude, which is 9/11. I don't really particularly care. Although I would like to see him play Act 3, just to see him suffer through Lost Lace. I kind of wanted to see like how he would deal with that. You have a lot of health, sir. Never mind. As I was saying it, that's a fun fight. I said as much when I was first streaming it. I hated the arenas. I hated the gauntlets up to that Crust King fight, but the actual boss, he's okay. He's all right. I hate. Oh yeah, never did you. I guess. I guess I don't gotta do every single one. I'm just, you know, sort of like doing this checklist like willy-nilly. Let's just do this. It's not like, again, no run back, not that hard. Like the stakes not being, you know, like having to run for like 5 minutes up to here makes it a lot easier to just kind of attempt this like sort of what's it called? What is the fucking word? Lightheartedly, like just lighthearted attempts at like fighting this thing without like the pressure of having to fucking waste real fucking human time of your life. That was bad. Also, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, little things. I also, you know, I have the fully upgraded nail for this, so all these ads don't really matter. The Stilken as enemies, though, I will say, you know, it's fun that they're like little trap setters and all that, but as actual enemies to fight, they're fucking annoying. I despise them. They're like some of the most obnoxious like flying enemy AI in this game, and they don't even like fly sometimes. Like these little flying ones, they're like I feel less bad, but those ones that like spit, those are awful. Like enemies you can barely even hit. It's hard to get them for the what's it called? The enemy journal thing. And here's Grow, who is again not that hard. It's just the overall of his arena is like penicular. Good. Couldn't have waited a little second more, cunt. Okay. Get near. Actually, fighting this boss for real makes me realize that he camps you out a lot. Like he's never really near you, which is kind of annoying. Like he just stays far away from you and then dives like into you. Into you. Oh, little thing. Okay. Good. I don't have a lot of silk. Wait a second, is Grow haunted? No, Grow is haunted, right. Weird. Is he? No, he is. If I Nidoland right now, he would have strings. I'm pretty sure. You know what? This attempt sucks anyway. Speak to me. Speak to me. No. No. Speak to me. Not these fucks. These are haunted, okay. Ah! I fucking hate you. I just want to, like, know if you're real or not. He's haunted. He's absolutely fucking haunted. There is, like, not even a, like, shroud of doubt. He's haunted. He's absolutely haunted. Only boss you tool spammed. I also did that. I used the little, you know, this. Whoa. That's fun. I used that against him and, like, melted his health bar with the little poison. It was pretty fun. Because, you know, I couldn't be fucking bothered with the run back. Oh yeah. I guess, yeah, do a short burst to not waste silk, to not waste like needless silk, because Treadstorm is actually like adjustable like that, which is cool. Like that's a short one. I didn't mash it. I am out of it though. use the little boomerang, as in the unupgraded boomerang, or just like calling it little for fun. Okay. Fucking Steelkin. They also have a fun name. I mashed there. Oops. Don't think it matters. Super hard. Wow. How fucking engaging. Nice. Little. Okay. Oh yeah. Little for fun. Oh, how despicable that, like, you know, to like what's it called? Oh, to like infect more people with our like stupid little, you know, little mannerisms. Fuck you. Oh, I think my friend pointed out that, ow, the little skeleton, the little skull on top of Grow's head, kind of looks like my little skeleton that I draw, and I think that prompted me to like draw over Grow, like with, you know, my little character, like sort of just shittily, you know, trace it. Pretty cool. I think I showed it at some point. Okay, it's actually more annoying than I anticipated. Okay, I think that guy can only shoot you from above, maybe? Yeah. Okay, look at him drooling. It's gross. I mean, you know, that much is given. It is bio water after all. Whoa! Oh yeah, this is the little part of the game that I was saying, like, is oh shit, is Team Cherry doing like a little, like, doing like a little Australian commentary with, you know, how Australia is like stolen land, with how, you know, this bio water used to be like a lush place with these little native like tribe, and the Citadel, you know, destroyed it with the exhaust organ and like left them in the dirt and all that. I guess that's a pretty, you know, that's a pretty sort of simple. It's a pretty sort of simple, like, little plot to do. Little plot. Thread. Oh my god, thread. Like silk. Oh my god. Okay. It's really... Oh. It's really not that bad at all, this fucking thing. But, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't been using the tools at all. I forgot what I was gonna say. Wow. Like, the maggots, I forgot what I was gonna say. Ew, too close, little. Okay. It's like his patterns aren't that hard. It's that dive that he does that usually hurts me. It's like the most annoying thing that he can do. Okay. Wait, is that like insta giving me full silk when I sit? No. It's just like the bed does it. Okay. So that's out of the way. That I did. That. Fucking Seth. I hate this thing. First time I was fighting it took like actually maybe an hour or more. It's really... Hey, I'm on top of you. It's like it's a shooting enemy, so, you know, that's kind of a recipe for disaster. It's fucking like super like solemn music. It is, you know, completely unwarranted considering the the circumstances of Seth's creation, you know, not in universe, in the real world. It was like a make-a-wish this little character from like a kid that actually died before this game came out. So, you know, pretty sad. Too bad that the fight sucks. Too bad that he's a really unfun opponent. That's pretty unfortunate. I like everything about Seth except actually fighting him. Like, the way that he's sort of a reverse Squirrel is really cute. Like, the way that he starts out as this, you know, sort of like gruff guardian who's like spent his whole life sitting here in like eternal servitude to like Nyleth. And then when you kill him, you know, when you beat him, he loses all his memories and becomes a very sort of amicable, curious, and sort of like friendly individual. It's, you know, it's the opposite, where Quirrell starts out with no memories, being a very like inquisitive and friendly guy, and then he learns that he used to be a servant to the stupid jellyfish. And this is the opposite. And you know, it particularly, I don't know if it was always intended to be the way. No, I assume, you know, I assume it would be really quite fucked if you made the little like Make-A-Wish character of like a dying kid like die in the game. I feel like that would bode badly. So the way that like defeating Seth in this game doesn't mean death, but rather like a little rebirth. That feels right. It feels right with the theme of, you know, this game, like Pharloom and all that, but also it feels right for, you know, a little wish for like a little poor kid. Very smart, those two brothers, Team Cherry. Their names, Team and Cherry. I guess Cherry is a real name, huh? Shouldn't be. Pretty stupid name. It's a fruit, not a person. Slovenia. He does say funny things too, which is kind of similar to Quirrell, you know. Quirrell saying like Seruna Sirikev and things like that. Quirrell says like friend of yours, which sounds like friend of yours. Dick? Don't touch me. Freaky Seth, he touches you. I didn't know about this whole like dive striking him from behind business when I first fought this thing, and it helps quite a bit. Still don't like him too much though. Oops. Free yeah. Yeah. John Cherry. Actually, I rather enjoy the, you know, John thing or Jane thing. It's pretty good. People have been adopting Jane more recently. Like when it's a girl character, it's like, you know, Jane Celeste and shit like that. Okay. The really bad one. This boss is not good. Like not even a little bit. Oh, look. I spawned like right here. She's also annoying. Like her voice or her like weird monster sounds are annoying. I kind of hate it. I won't lie. Oh yeah. It's just kind of like an awkward fight. I don't know. Something about the hitboxes in it feel real bad. Ew, little cat. Annoying fucking thing. I hate this cat. It's like every time my mom is like coming home, she like cries, which is really not that much different from when, you know, there was that dog here who would always bark around when like people were coming to the house, and it was like the most like miserable like 2 or 3 months of my life. That little era of like streams where the dog was here was so bad. Like not, you know, not that the streams themselves were bad, it's just the fact that the dog would be barking when I'm trying to stream would be like misery. Wow. That's why I hate this boss. It's annoying. And stupid. I don't think anybody liked this thing. It's just kind of insufferable. Like, he just kind of does that a lot. And I don't like it. Okay. You know, maybe it was for the better that Sister Splinter took over Shellwood. You know that? You suck, Nylef. Ow. Like, when it has the platform, it's like fine. But once the platform is gone, this is such a gimmicky, annoying shit fight. Like, what is... Okay, I got it there, but like, what the fuck are you usually supposed to do about that, like, weird spars attack? It's just dumb. I also, like, spam tools on this thing really hard to, like, kill it. Wake up! It takes so long for Hornet to wake up. Thing going, wow! Stupid. Whoa. Can I? Oh, I can do that. Can't do that though. Miserable. This, like, these projectiles are also in like a really shitty, like, formation always. Can actually do my trick on it, it seems. Like, doing the, you know, this. Can barely do it. Wow. You're not even... Okay, there. Finally. Wall is gone. And then, like, having, again, a fight where you're forced to use the shitty little, like, drop kick in this game is, like, awful. Like, the mere thought of relying on Hornet's, like, little dive kick is, like, horrifying in this game. Because, again, it just doesn't work. It just literally doesn't. It's, like, an awful fucking pogo. Like, it just doesn't function. Uh-huh. Cunt. But okay. Wow, I didn't have the silk to, like, claw line. That's great. This is not even the hardest of the 3 heart bosses. You know, Carmelita is, but it's just so annoying. Like, this is just an annoying, shitty fight. Also, I guess using the parry for that particular spore attack is good. Just so shit. A shit fight with Seth, and then you unlock a shitter fight with Nyleth. Just terrible. I probably even hate Carmelita less, because at least it's like more of a real fight. Yeah, she just does that. Again, there is that cool thing about barely telegraphing an attack. It's just frame 1, she's already doing that. Okay, you can actually hit these little shits, but it barely works. Like many things in this game, it barely works. Fuck off. Once again, having to rely on your fucking dive is like mortifying as a concept in the game of Silksong. If this is Hollow Knight, it would be, you know, a little bit scary, but at least doable, like using the pogo stick. Using the pogo move to, you know, like traverse the arena and like always stay on the sort of opposing side to the boss. But this is not Hollow Knight, and your pogo is like the worst thing ever put on Earth. Okay. Couldn't do much about that. This fucking really dramatic music makes me crack up as well. When like fighting such a lame boss as this. And like the music sounds super like solemn and like epic. Nyleth is also another nothing character. All 3 of the hard bosses feel super like rushed and like nothing, but this one particularly, like, at least again, Carmelita, she has the whole thing with this car where she would sing and dance and teach her little kin to like fight and like do cool shit. There is no such cool like lore with Nyleth. Like, she's just a fucking plant who created Shellwood, I guess. Like, there is really nothing of interest here at display. It's just a boring plant with a more boring fight. Oh god. Shit. I should use the tools. What am I doing? I should use the tools. That's how I beat it in the Steel Soul run. Which, you know, it doesn't really matter because this thing is like a dream boss. You don't get hurt. You don't die in real life. Just have the littles. The littles will be enough to like DPS this thing. That attack is so obnoxious. And the pollen attack. If I don't like do my little like pogos or my little dash strategy, she actually can't hit me by like running forward as much. Oh. Doing good. Looking good, Joker. Oops. Wow, my mom came home and immediately left again, like leaving the cat to simply cry. That's really cool. Ow. That's the best part, is that like it isn't even satisfied once it like sees my mom. It's like if she leaves again, it will go right back to crying. It's like awful. I hate little thing. I said before, like cats meowing isn't as annoying to me as like dogs barking, but it's not like it isn't annoying, especially when I'm streaming. Because, you know, I want to like potentially use these recordings for like highlight videos, and if there's like annoying like noise, it's annoying. You see? Can you die? Christ, what a boring fucking boss. Looks like a turnip. She sucks. True and true. What's left? I guess Carmelita, is that it? Is it Carmelita and then oh no. Carmelita, Gur the outcast. Did that. You are next. Yeah, I guess let's just get to it. Kinda wanna end soon. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Okay. Also, you know, if this fight, as if this fight wasn't bad enough, there's a little arena before it starts. Oh, I put back on the electricity. I didn't realize. You can just kind of do this, which is pretty good. Although, you know, you won't have Silk for the fight itself. It's a little unfortunate, but who gaff? I actually somewhat learned to fight this thing as well, which is kind of like character development. Because previously, I've tried using the little like boss rush mod to like train this fight specifically, because it's kind of like the shittiest boss in the game. Even the Wanderer Crest doesn't like give me a better chance at it. Using this little like mod to, you know, train this fight, multiple times I've gotten so frustrated how just like I wasn't learning more of how the fight worked. I was not progressing, and like that was pissing me off so bad that multiple times I just like give up and like would uninstall the game. But this like latest little like attempt of mine, I've actually like been able to beat her without like major trouble. It's just a weird fight. There's weird rules about it, and she blocks attacks, which is just like magnificent. I do have her like singing stuck in my head forever. That's kind of a consequence, a like bad consequence of doing this. It's just like her movement. She's very particular about her movement, like that. But I was smarter. I used the opening, like being midair and like. When she's doing that little umbrella like buzzsaw attack, she can't really do anything like after it immediately, so it's a good time to heal, even though I was hit. Ow. Even if I'm like, you know, like decent at the fight now, I still wouldn't really say it's like a particularly like amazing fight. I don't really particularly like it. People say about this fight, you know, the thing with like the Mantis Lord, it's like, wow, this feels like such an elegant like dance of like moving around and like attacking the boss. And I'm kind of like, does it? Does it really? I feel like the blocking, like her blocking attacks kind of makes that not the case, like a lot. Ouch. Oh, good. Frau. Oh, wow. Ouch. That's double? Why? Who told you that? Who told you that it was double? That you could make it double? Make it like that. Rah, she says. This is usually the part where I would choke, usually. The fuck? Oops. Yeah, if you fail that dive, you just take, like, you just get damaged. Down! Okay. Took it easy on that one. Sometimes the DPS is not all that matters, you know. Sometimes you really just gotta dodge. Get the fuck out of dodge. She's still pretty annoying, not gonna lie. I still don't really like it. Ow. Wow, in her final hit, she becomes extra fucking annoying, huh? But look at that, first tried it. You know, first tried it. I beat it many times before. To really think about it, anytime you say like first try to something, or like anytime you like say first try, but it's not the first time you ever thought of a thing, like in a video game or, you know, something like that, it's not actually the first try. It might be the first time in like a stream or, you know, like a session, a playthrough, but it's not the first ever. Alright, this thing and then lace. Unfortunately for me, this thing sucks. It's a really bad boss. Maybe the worst in the Act 3? I'm not sure. Ow. It's just really obnoxious. But today's a Friday, right? I was talking to Poco about this. It's such a fucking silly thing. It's like asking like asking what day it is like to my mom or something, you know, because like I'm unemployed or, you know, because I don't like do much. The response sometimes is just like, what do you want to know? Like, what do you have to do? And it's like, wow, how awful of you. Like, sometimes people just want to know the day. Sometimes people just want to know like the hour, the time. Like, that's another way, you know, like asking what time it is, and it's like, what's it called? It's like, oh, do you have somewhere to be? And that's just insufferable behavior. Hello, Ada the Watcher. Welcome to the stream. How's it doing? I'm almost near done here, kinda, technically. Because I just gotta get to I just gotta beat this guy and then one more. Oh yeah, I guess I'll still check out the Silksong thing. Silksong, it's like a dinosaur made of silk. Can you die, little thing? Big thing? Ow. Okay. It's a really, like, chaotic, like, it's a chaotic fight in a bad way. Like, it just feels kinda, like he kinda just, like, does shit. He just spawns a billion of these and you just gotta deal with it. Very scary. Alright. Did I forget anybody? I don't think I did. Let's just, like, do one final cleanup. There, bah. Got him. Got that. Did that. Did that. Did that. And that. And you. And that's it. Wait, no. That's it. This is the final. Oh. Decided to do a challenge run, beat the whole game with Beast. Use the mod to start. Sucked because I heard it sucked, and this thing is busted. The fact I see the potential. Get off this. I do see the potential in the Beast. Where is it? The fact that when you like get this, you like insta heal 3 masks from like hitting enemies. I do see the potential in that. Cause like you're hitting it more, right? Like you're hitting the enemy, you're getting more silk, and then you're gonna have enough silk to like do it again, to like bind again. And as you bind again, you're gonna be able to hit it even more and keep healing. If you don't like suck too much and don't, you know, like just like ram your face against the boss, I guess you can keep healing for as long as you want. Because you're gonna keep getting more and more silk. Unless I have like a fundamental misunderstanding of how the Beast works. Which I don't think I do. I do see the potential, but the physics of the pogo and the little short range, I just kind of can't work with it. It's not for me. I truly am a Hunter Crest truther. I kind of can't. It's the only one I really like fuck with. The Wanderer again. The Wanderer is like easy mode, but even that I'm not fully down with. Whoa. If you bind before you get hit, can heal back damage you take during the bind. I don't know if I can quite picture exactly what that like entails, but does sound cool. Alright, let's do this with the Hunter Crest, which again, never before seen content on stream, because I only beat Lost Lace with the Wanderer when I was first playing this, and in my second playthrough, and in my third, and then I just used the boss rush mode to do it with the Hunter. So this is horrific. This is like a monstrosity against game design, and I never quite liked it. This is what I mean. Like she's just saying the same. Like she's still going like "Hikao" and still, you know, like giggling and shit. it doesn't feel like she's lost. Like, she still acts childish and, like, the same. It's, you know, her name is Lost Lace, but she doesn't look very lost. Like, again, it's pretty, like, clear to, like, you can pretty clearly tell that once you beat this fight, there is no threat here of Lace possibly dying. You're here to save her, like Hornet says as much. There's nothing really at stake here. Unlike the Lost Garmon fight, where you actually feel like Garmon is at threat of, like, being lost forever. Cause, like, how the fuck do you survive being, like, voided out by the void? It's just lame. This is lame final boss. The Radiance, again, having to compete with the Radiance as a final boss and being, like, a reused enemy and also like this fight doesn't stand a chance. It's chained. Also, yeah, when she's staggered, she literally just, like, stops being covered in void, like, for a small second. Like, she's right there. Like, again, she's not lost, she's right there. She even laughs the same way. It's like, it's not thematically appropriate. Like, she's possessed by the void. She's not fucking possessed, she's pretending. You like Lost Lace because you don't know if Lace will survive when you play for the first time? That's exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't feel that way, at least to me. Like, I mean, to begin with, I already didn't really care about Lace as a character, but like, again, it just didn't feel as, like, getting to, like, Garmon being, like, you know, possessed. That was scary. That was, like, you know, it's a little character that you've, like, grown, like, accustomed to. It's like a little friend that you've met in Pharloom. It's sad that, you know, to see him like that. This thing, it's like, I don't know, it feels too, it's like too, I guess, predictable, and, like, it doesn't, I don't know, it's like trying to be, like, too cool, like, with all the, like, you know, the little thing crucifying in the background. It's like trying to be cool, but it's like a really predictable bit. I don't know. You know, it sure doesn't help that I don't even like the actual design of the fight itself either. You know, the patterns of her. Yeah, look at that. You can see the little bits of, like, her white. Whoops. Can you start, like, giggling? Yeah, that. Do that. Cunt. Ooh. It's actually, I haven't been, like, the last few times I've been attempting this fight, I haven't even been hearing the music. This is, like, the first time in a bit that I hear the Lost Lace, like, battle theme. It's not as good as the Radiance's theme. It's pretty generic. Well, where are you? At least now I can, like, at least, like, attack her. You know, at this point, when I first saw this boss, I was like, truly, like, what the hell? Like, I could not move. Like, I couldn't get a singular, like, hit in on her, or, like, do anything at all. Like, I just couldn't react. But now I can at least kind of, like, you know, kind of do it. The fuck is this? The hell? Prefer epic sword fight over dodging random projectiles. I guess the Radiance's patterns are, you know, just, like, using little spells. But I really like the fact, the way of these, like, bosses, you know, like Lace or Pinstress, where it's a small target moving around a lot in the screen. Like, even though, you know, I guess it's, like, more challenging and therefore maybe more interesting, I still would way more prefer fighting, like, a big, bulky, like, hulking beast that sort of, like, moves slowly and stupidly, and you can just kind of, like, wail on it. That's the kind of fight in this game, in these games, in both this and Hollow Knight, that I prefer, instead of the little acrobatic, like, little, like, fights. I also like that, what's it called? That parry that she does, the forward one. It felt actually undodgeable when I was, like, first playing it, but now I think that I kind of understand it. you gotta jump the second that she's doing it. Like, the moment that you saw that she's parrying your swing, you just like jump, and like you will be jumping by the time that the hit stun stops, it seems. Don't like the knight's movement in general. Compared to this game, yeah. Hollow Knight, you know, it's still fun. It controls nice. I was playing Godmaster, but this game controls a lot better. It's just the design of this game I liked less than that game, but the controls I like more in this one. So it's like, you know, can't win. Okay, pay attention. Oh wow. Do I have the Everbloom? I guess I do. Kind of like gotta bait around to jumping at the end of that attack because it's easier to dodge. Or yeah, it's easier to dodge her jumping. Oh wow. Oh. My impression of Bretta from Hollow Knight. Oh. Venus? Do not touch me. You may not touch me. Oh shit. What? Oh yeah, that also happens a lot in this fight. It's just literally running into her because she's respawning, which makes me... She was sitting there. Makes me wish this fight was like in a smaller arena. That's another thing about this game. I wish the camera was more zoomed out. Like in Hollow Knight, the amount of camera space felt right, but for this game, it feels like it needed more. Because sometimes arenas are big and like enemies can do a lot within that big arena, you know? Like not being able to see where the what the enemy is doing because they're off screen is kind of like a big problem in this game in certain fights. Why is there 2 Silksongs open? Oh no, right, that's Bep and X. God, that's so... I need to like look into a way to fix Bep and X. Allow me to be presumptuous for a bit, but I assume, Ada, you've been playing this game for a bit. Do you know anything about like the mod loader of this like not working, like straight up, like just from day to night no longer works correctly at all? Like it still, you know, works because I'm playing the Pantheon mod, but it's like it no longer works like the Architect like mod and stuff, which means I can't play the randomizer anymore, or you know, for now. Very unfortunate. Crazy to think that this game has been out for like 4 or 5 months. Feels like a lot more. It feels like it's been out for as long as Hollow Knight. Yeah, you can't run away from it, which is pretty fucking evil, pretty punishing. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, that happens a lot in this. Second time you're playing it. First time you're using the mod loader. Have no idea. Haven't played it in months. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like now when I open it, it like gives little like Unity errors and doesn't work right. Like from night to day, it doesn't work correctly. Many, like not many people, I guess, like a couple people have also reported this of like just all like complete all of a sudden the mod loader like not working right, the Weapon X. I thought of like downloading the Thunderstar like mod loader, but it seemed really shady, so I decided against it. Even me, who doesn't have the best like self-preservation sense with like viruses online, it seemed real shady. I didn't like it. Ow. Ow. See, I couldn't see her off screen doing that. Precisely. Whoops. Wow, I just dashed down for a bit. I forget you can do that. That was like a thing you needed the Dash Master to like do in Hollow Knight. Doing like a down dash. Here you can just do it. It's pretty fun. Wow. Try removing it and then reinstalling it. I did that. I downloaded like different versions of it. The different versions of it wouldn't even launch. Downloaded the same version of it, like the Thunderstar, you know, like Pepe Neck, Silksong. It doesn't work. I'm just, I guess, gonna see if they update it in this like upcoming future, because there's a public like beta for this game right now. Maybe that's what's messing with it. I don't know. Again, I'm not playing it with the beta on. I don't know what it could possibly be. DBB. Haven't gotten to the second phase, huh? I swear that I like did this like the other day. Like got to the third, or beat it. I beat it with the Hunter. That's what I did. I just gotta lock in. Oh! Yeah, see, you gotta be already jumping by the time that the little hit stun animation happens. Happens. Yep. The more desperate you are to escape that parry, the more it hits you. Like, that's like factual. Actual factuals. As Wyatt likes to say. Likes to... Yeah, no, I said it right. Ooh. Is he gonna giggle? No. Fuck. Wow! That's good. When she's conducing or doing that, it's a good time to hit her. Oh. That's not good. Don't like that. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have out. Whoops. Cool. All right. Also, the fact that there's like a really long sort of like cinematic thing between phase 1 and 3 in the, or 1 and 2 in this is really annoying. I wish that just didn't happen. I wish that the moment that she dies, like in the first phase, it just immediately goes to the like third. Like this thing of the void, like buzzsaws here, could happen the first time to sort of like, you know, the attack that's coming, but every single time I don't like it. Feels annoying. Dang. This is the problem part. Oh, the game is lagging. I forget. Right. This part of the game lags out really bad when I'm streaming it. Fuck. I need to like reduce the window size of this now. That's crazy. My computer's real bad. Real. You're afraid for him to deal with this fight of Beast Crest? I was thinking about that. That might actually, like, go crazy, you know? Because, like, when she's giggling, that's a really, like, prime time to hit her. Okay, this is a little smoother. Just a little. But now there's less, like, screen for me to look at, which is not helping. That's the first time I hit her in this phase. Okay. Cinematic like things coming in. Gotta learn to not jump certain times too. Like, not jumping is like an important ability to learn in this game. Grapefruit, like I remember talking about that. Like learning to not panic jump. Because it's not Mario. What is this? Oh. I actually kind of forgot that it does that. Wow. Thank you. That was an actual instance of like I couldn't have done anything about that at all. Is it the Trendor? The buzzsaws? Oh. Fuck. Should have hit Fang. Little Fang. She's a little Fang. She's 2. She's made by Grandmother Silk to be 2 years old. Okay. Some more like epic cinematicness coming our way. Oh, hello. My best friend, Lace. This attack is like really not intimidating at all now. Well, you know. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot easier, huh? The way that this, like, it's actually scary how slow the second phase seems now. Because like the first time I was playing this game, just the insane, like the tentacles appearing from below and like the fucking like the little like the little conducting like projectiles everywhere and like her doing the big like slashes everywhere and then like slamming down. That all like it all happened in like a blur in like 1.5 seconds. Like the whole battle would just like blur together as like one big, like one massive fucking like just like bullet hell. And now, especially that thing where she slices everywhere and then like slams down, that seems really, really slow. That's crazy. You sure King Chariot add Absolute Grandmother Silk in the eventual Godseeker thingy? Yeah, you would imagine, you know, they would add an actual like a fight that makes justice to the power of Grandmother Silk. Because, you know, she's, like, powerful in, like, in a defensive sense. People have been saying this about this game, you know, in, like, a lore sense. Grandmother Silk isn't really super powerful in attacking, but she does, you know, fend off the void for, like, hours before a Hornet goes down there. I'm actually gonna do the Silksong thing. I'm gonna repatch this game real quick. Let me just play a little music, just so it's not, like, deathly fucking silent. Let me get from my Winamp. Okay. Alright. Make it like 4, 3. Okay, 3 volume is good. Just literally like I'm just gonna like change this from the regular to the like public beta patch and like see the little. I just want to see the Silksong thing. It's like it seems fun. But, like, you know, Grandmother Silk, her biggest strength isn't really, like, you know, like, shooting, like, a Trident Energy Blast that can insta-kill Hornet. Her main power, or her main strength is that in, like, you know, like, wanting to defend her, like, little daughter, she can, like, create such a impenetrable fucking, like, barrier to the void, you know? It's not impenetrable, you know? So, Lace got corrupted by the void and all that, but you know, her big Silk Cocoon is still, like, existing in the bottom of the Void, the Mariana Trench, and it's not, like, dying out. So, like, she must be, you know, at least somewhat powerful. She can keep regenerating her, like, Silk forever. And it's like, you know, it's the little thing that they say in the game of, like, oh, a mother is, like, a powerful thing. Even, like, a simple beast's, like, or, like, even a simple beast's abilities can be, like, incredibly surpassed by just, like, you know, a motherly feeling. Okay, which one has the Silksong unlocked? I guess this one. This is the randomizer one. Let's do this one. This is just something funny. I just want to check that out. I'm not actually gonna do the Pantheons of, you know, the Pantheons of Pharloom. Because I already just fought every single boss at once. And fighting the bosses all at once, but I go back to the beginning if I die. That's not that interesting to me at all. So I don't really, feel compelled to do that. I'm gonna like eat dinner soon and stuff, and I'm kind of, a little tired from fighting a trillion little bosses like this. But this is pretty fun. This is a nice, just sort of, redeeming my own ability at this game stream. Silkosaurus. GMS was weakened when fought her, considering she was sealed away for a while. Yeah, I think also the Radiance was also a little like weakened. I think is the idea. Like, the longer it's taking the Knight to like break her out, the more time she's like having to gather up power, and like if she gets out of the Hollow Knight, then everyone is fucked, because she'll be really powerful. But yeah, it's a couple factors. Grandmother Silk is like a defensive creature. Motherly defensive creature. Also, she's not in a dream, so, she's not gonna be as powerful as the Radiance, who is like a sort of idealized dream form. And, she just woke up. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty cool, eh? It's so funny, we were talking about this literally yesterday. Like on yesterday's stream, we were talking about Silksong, like true screen transitions, and like look at that, you could just go all the way up. This is the first time I'm even seeing this area. Quite fun, isn't it? That must be like cool for speedrunning, like legit. The reason she managed to last long is because there's a phenomenon where parents. Child is threatened, the body can go past the natural limits they are, prevent you from breaking a limb. Huh. Yeah, I saw it as a very sort of like metaphorical thing. Do I have the Moss Mother thing? I killed a couple of them. Yeah, look at that. Motherhood is an instinct that can push creatures beyond what seems their natural limits. It turns even weaker beasts like these into formidable foes. Formidable. Yeah, into formidable foes. It's like it's foreshadowing from the fourth creature you find in the game. It's foreshadowing what happens in the very final boss. Yeah, pretty cool. There is cool, I say this game story is a mess. There is cool stuff in there. There's like neat little like parallels and like little cool like tidbits. It's just a little like disjointed. But yeah, that'll be it for right now. I'm gonna try to like see what the hell I can do about fixing up the mod loader, but I guess until I can fix it, the randomizer strings are on a bit of a break. But as soon as I can fix it, I'll go back to it, because I'm really having fun with that. And yeah, whenever that happens, I have a really dumb game to play. Like in this meanwhile, like why it doesn't work, if like it comes to it. I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be like a tee-hee, hoo-hee-hee, like giggly, like belly rubbing, like funny thing. Human bodies have strength to do immense things. Limits in place to prevent from harming ourselves. Yeah, I guess that's like, what like adrenaline is. It's like parent adrenaline. Pretty cool. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for anyone who showed up. And see you in another day.